Under an hour, 54 minutes left in our countdown to kickoff clock. 7 o'clock kickoff across West Tennessee. Robin Cood with you back. 80 degrees at the Victory. Beautiful day today. Again, the rain's in the rearview mirror. Whatever you want to do this weekend, the green light is on. 80 degrees right now. Northeast wind at 7, dew point 56. Humidity's out of there. May have to deal with a little patchy fog in the morning because of the rain. 56 the low tonight. Tomorrow, beautiful, sunny and 83. 56 tomorrow night. Sunny and 86 on Sunday. Again, low humidity. 87 Monday. Then Tuesday, which is the final day of September, will be sunny and 85. And then the first day of October on Wednesday will be 85. And next Thursday, 83. Right now, looking ahead in the next 7 days to next Friday, looking like sunny and 80 for the first Friday in October. So that's great, great weather. No reason to even look at the radar. So that's some good stuff. College football coming up tonight. We'll look at that. Let me give you some Major League Baseball scores from earlier today. The Cubs just ripped apart the Cardinals, who are running to vacation as quick as possible after Sunday. The Cubs beat the Cardinals today 12-1 in what we hope is Miles Michaelis' last start in a Cardinal uniform. Phillies lead the Twins right now 1-0. Big games tonight, playoff implications. Yankees could still win the East. They play Baltimore tonight. Blue Jays trying to hold off the Yankees. They're tied. They play Tampa. Also, Detroit and Cleveland are tied across. So we go into the weekend with the American League East and the Central tied. Detroit and Cleveland. Detroit's at Boston tonight. Cleveland hosting the Rangers. The Mets are still trying to get in the wild card. They're trying to hold off the Reds and the Diamondbacks. The Mets are at the Marlins tonight. The Reds are in Milwaukee, and the Diamondbacks are in San Diego. So those are the meaningful games tonight in the majors. College football coming up tonight. If you're staying home, Florida State and Virginia have just kicked off that game in Charlottesville on ESPN underway. Fox at 8 will have number 24 TCU at Arizona State. ESPN at 9:30 will have Houston at Oregon State. Last night in the American, East Carolina defeated Army 28-6. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock games. ESPN will have number 16 Georgia Tech at Wake Forest. Fox will have number 21 USC at 23 Illinois. ABC will have number 22 Notre Dame in Fayetteville to take on Arkansas tomorrow. Also, Duke will be at Syracuse, Rutgers at Minnesota, Louisville at Pittsburgh, Cincinnati's at Kansas. These are some of the 11 o'clock kicks. Also on the SEC Network at 11:45, Utah State will be at number 18 Vanderbilt. Then we get into the afternoon, the 2:30 games. Number 1 Ohio State will be at Washington. Number 4 LSU's at number 13 Ole Miss. Auburn will be at number 9 Texas A&M at 2:30. 11 Indiana's at Iowa. Also tomorrow at 2:30, Utah will be at West Virginia. Tennessee Volunteers will kick off at 3:15 on the SEC Network in Starkville against undefeated Mississippi State. Also tomorrow in college football, it'll be Arizona at number 14 Iowa State. These are the 6 o'clock games tomorrow night. Western Kentucky will be at Missouri State. Memphis will be at Florida Atlantic at 6:30. Number 6 Oregon's at number 3 Penn State. ABC at 6:30 will have number 17 Alabama, number 5 Georgia. ESPNU will have number 20 Missouri hosting UMass tomorrow night. Also, some of the later games, Kentucky will be at South Carolina at 6:45 on the SEC Network, and the late one at 9:15 will be number 25 BYU at Colorado. So that'll look at Week 5 of the college football. Also, the NFL got started last night with the Seattle Seahawks holding on after Arizona scored 14 in the fourth to kick a field goal and go to 3-1 as the Seahawks beat the Cardinals 23-20. The Cardinals' next game, by the way, will be next Sunday hosting the Titans. Coming up, we got our stretch of international games, so if you want to check out some football before you go to church on Sunday morning, you can do that. 8:30 on the NFL Network. The Pittsburgh Steelers will take on the Minnesota Vikings in Dublin, Ireland. Both teams are 2-1. Noon on CBS coming up Sunday. Washington will be at Atlanta. New Orleans will go to Buffalo. Cleveland's at Detroit. The Panthers will be in New England. The Chargers go to New York to take on the Giants. Philadelphia's at Tampa. Titans and Texans. Titans being an 0-3, not a surprise. Texans being 0-3, the biggest surprise in the NFL. Although the Texans a big favorite, 7.5-point favorite down in Houston coming up Sunday. 305 games include the undefeated Colts in L.A. to take on the Rams. Jacksonville will be at undefeated San Francisco. Somebody's going to 1-3, and no one would have predicted this. Baltimore's at Kansas City coming up at Arrowhead on Sunday. The Bears will be in Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. It's the Micah Parsons reunion Well, maybe not the reunion with the Cowboys, but his return to Big D, as the 2-1 Packers will take on the 1-2 Cowboys at 7:20 on NBC from Arlington. And ESPN has a Monday night doubleheader, or ABC. It's a staggered doubleheader, but you may not want to watch the first game of that. The Jets and the Dolphins, awful. 0-3 for both teams. Yikes. I'll wait to 7:15 to watch Cincinnati and Denver. That'll be a little better game coming up on on a Monday night. Take a break, come back. We'll hear from Wade Comer of the Milan Bulldogs here in just a second as Milan gets ready for JCM. I'll also look at some of the state scores as they start coming in on the eastern side of the state. We'll recap that big Week 6 schedule coming up for tonight to wrap up September. You're in tune to the Newble Heating and Air pregame. We've been with you since 5. Don't forget, every Friday night we begin at 4:30 with the Lindy's College Football Report, 5 o'clock with the Newble Heating and Air pregame, and then we end it with the Violent Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show until 11 o'clock. Stay with us. Your countdown to kickoff clock. It's down to 48 minutes. You're in tune to the Victory 93.7's continuous coverage of high school football. Stay with us. 6:17 on your Friday night. Your countdown to kickoff clock down to 43 minutes, 80 degrees. Robin Cood with you here. Newble Heating and Air pregame. We'll hear from Wade Comer coming up. Some scores already across the state. You know, it won't be long. We'll be giving those scores every Friday night of East and Middle Tennessee coming up in the month of November as the playoffs. Can't say it's early anymore. After tonight, buddy, it will come fast and furious in October. Cosby leads Hancock County 7-0. Jefferson County leads Science Hill 7-0. It's South Green over West Green 6-0. Dobbins Bennett over Westridge right now 3-0. Farragut leads Bearden 7-0. Tyner Academy over Cleveland 7-0. Also Alcoa leads at Fulton 7-0. Eagleton over Greenback 7-0. Maryville over Hardin Valley 7-0. Meigs County leads Sweetwater 7-0. William Blunt leads William Carnes 14-7. It's Loudon over East Ridge 3-0. Signal Mountain over Brainerd 8-0. And one more score. Ambassador Christian North Carolina leads Grace Christian of Knoxville 7-6. So those are some early games across the Volunteer State that are already underway. The Milan Bulldogs come in tonight 5-0. They're 2-0 in the region. Milan so far this year has done the work mainly at home with only one road game. The Bulldogs beat Southside to open the year 35-28, then defeated South Gibson 14-10. A region win over Huntington 34-9. Then the Saturday game with Chattanooga Prep 27-6. And last week at Gibson County 46-6. After tonight, again, Milan will not see Johnny Hill Stadium for over a month as they'll go to Union City next week. And remember, Milan's only got a 9-game schedule, so they'll have the 10th and the 24th off. On the 17th, they'll go to Halls. And then October 30th, they'll be here with the Peabody Golden Tide. JCM Cougars not having quite the season they had last year. Now, remember, as JCM came to Milan last year, they stunned the Bulldogs 47-38. That was on September 20th. That would have been week 4. And then that epic game in the second round in overtime last year on November 15th where JCM came and Milan defeated JCM 14-7. Again, that was in the second round of the playoffs last year and an overtime win for the Bulldogs. So, really, in the last 2 seasons, JCM making their third appearance at Johnny Hill Stadium. They come in 1-4, 0-2 in the region. They opened the season with a 22-20 loss to Northside. Lost 26-13 to Southside, got their only win against Brighton 30-0, then fell to Peabody 45-21 and Huntington 27-7. After tonight, they'll be home with Gibson County, the open date on the 10th. Then you got Liberty and Union City coming in the 17th and the 24th, and at Halls on October 30th. That's the games for the JCM Cougars. Coach Wayne Comer talking about the Cougars coming back into Johnny Hill Stadium coming up tonight.
Really good football players and everything.
Right.
Some of their defensive line are, they're playing at UTM now. And,
right.
And they got some young guys in there who's learning how to play and everything. But, they look just as big and as fast and everything. And they're going to, like I said, they're going to play us. For whatever reason it is, they always play us. So, our kids are looking forward to the challenge, and I know they are too.
Yeah, and they've got some athletes now in that backfield, don't they?
And they're, that number one, he was number 33 last year. I mean, he dominates on both sides of the ball and does a really good job.
Okay, so 33 from last year, where's one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so folks going to the game, remember that, you'll remember 33 from last year. He got one on this year.
Right.
All right. Not that we want him to do good. Okay. I'm just saying you're watching that. I mean that in a very kind way, by the way. But we're number one this year. Wow. And the JCM, by the way, this is kind of interesting over there, man, because them and Northside had a great game. Or was it Southside earlier in the year?
No, it was Northside.
And here's a Northside team that, man, absolutely put it on Dyer County last week.
It was
right?
Right. They barely lost to Northside last, first game of the year.
Right.
Opening ball game. And now, and I think Northside's 4-1 now or whatever they are. And, and JCM's had a rough schedule too on the beginning of there. So, they got a good football team, and we got to come out ready.
Yeah. They run the same offense defense they ran last year?
Yeah.
Which was what, Coach?
They're in the spread on offense.
Yep.
And they're in some kind of even front on the defensive side of the ball.
And they will throw it around a little bit.
They will throw it around. The quarterback's pretty good. They got some good receivers out there, and that's a big issue. Their main wideout has been hurt, and I stress has because I figure he'll be back this week for us.
Gotcha.
And he's been in a walking boot.
Been a boot.
Last week or two, but he was expecting to get him back.
Yeah, and he can play.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This ain't homecoming, is it?
Yeah, it's our homecoming.
All right, homecoming. So been a busy week there at the school, hasn't it?
It's been wild as it is every homecoming week.
But it ain't hard to keep their attention, is it?
No, not for JCM. But hopefully we can get focused up today at the end of the day.
Man, that little homecoming going on, man. That's awesome. And injury-free after last week, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple of kids that won't be playing this week. It's got some nicks and bruises and things, and hopefully we'll be getting them back soon. But, it just gives another opportunity for another kid to step up, and, and we've been fortunate and been able to do that the last 2 or 3 weeks, so hopefully we can keep that going.
Coach Wade Comer with Steve this morning as the Bulldogs again with the JCM Cougars coming up tonight at Johnny Hill Stadium. Take a break, come back. We'll look at that Week 6 schedule again for you. Take you down to Johnny Hill Stadium coming up. Sam McElroy and Scott Massey will have continuous coverage of the Newble Heating and Air pregame, leading you up to kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's week 6 of the high school football season. We're certainly glad that you've chosen us for your football Friday night. We're with you till 11 o'clock. We're the Victory 93-7. Stay with us. Countdown to kickoff clock in even 30 minutes. Welcome back. Robin Cood with you from our one-stop home design studio. Again, you can give them a call, 731-238-1800, 731-238-1800, 78 degrees at the Victory. Update some of those state scores for you tonight. Cosby leads Hancock County 7-0. Jefferson County over Sides Hill 14-0. It's South Green leading West Green 6-0. Alston East trailing Kingston right now by the score of also 7-0. It's Tyner Academy over Cleveland 13-0. Farragut leads Bearden 10-0. Campbell County over Clinton 8-0. Alcoa now 14-0 over Fulton. Maryville likewise 14-0 over Hardin Valley. Meigs County leads Sweetwater 7-0. William Blount now 21-7 over Carnes. It's McMinn County over Ooltewah 9-0. East Hamilton and Ray County tied at 7. Signal Mountain leads Brainerd 8-0. And Ambassador Christian North Carolina leads Grace Christian of Knoxville 14-6. Knoxville Catholic has taken a 7-0 lead over Silverdale Academy. So those some of the games going on tonight across the Volunteer State. Here locally again in West Tennessee, it's JCM Milan. We'll get you to Sam Macro and Scott Massey coming up momentarily from the Bill Haney press box at Johnny Hill Stadium, as they'll have coverage of the Bulldogs and the Cougars. Again, coming up tonight, Dyer County will be at South Gibson, Union City at Trenton Peabody, Huntington travels to Gibson County, Dresden will be at Humboldt tonight, Greenfield's at West Carroll, McKenzie will go to Chester County, Crockett County's at Jackson Northside, Lexington's at Jackson Southside, USJ's at Harding Academy, JCS at Tipton Rosemark. It's FACS at TCA, Lausanne's at Westview tonight, Dyersburg at Obion Central, Fayette Ware's at Haywood County, McNary's at Bolivar, Halls has traveled to Fayette Academy, Scotts Hills at Mount Pleasant, Brewston at Collinwood. It's South Fulton at Ballard County, Kentucky, Brentwood's gone to Henry County, Manassas at Middleton, Munford at Memphis Whitehaven, Loretto's at Riverside, Covington at Ripley. Also, Fulton County, Kentucky's at Lake County, Perry County's at Gleason, Kingsbury at Brighton, Adamsville's at Tishomingo County, Mississippi. Our thanks to all of our many sponsors. Our scoreboard show brought to you by the Milan Prevention Coalition. Our pregame, Newble Heating and Air. Our coin toss brought to you by the Bank of Milan. Starters, Alexander Thompson Arnold. ATAs, your first down is S&S Insurance. Timeouts tonight, Security Bank and Trust. Your penalties also at S&S Insurance. Kicks and punts, Trimmers Auto Body. Your touchdowns at Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Your red zone is Summit Management. At halftime, I'll have scores coming up, brought to you by Precision Auto Body and Mandy Pierce for Circuit Court Clerk. After the game, our postgame brought to you by the Gene Langley Ford Group. Star of the game, Premier Dental. Your fourth down stop is Captain Jack Holland, Marine Corps Detachment. Your first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Precision Auto Body. Your second quarter, Premier Dental. Your third quarter brought to you by Clenny Auto Repair, People Loving Jesus. Your fourth quarter, McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. And again, a lot of those folks will roll over into our 2025-2026 high school basketball season, which will begin in late November. We'll take one more break. I'll come back and wrap up our studio portion of the Newble Heating and Air pregame, and then we'll toss it down the hill to Johnny Hill Stadium for more coverage, getting you ready for the Milan Bulldogs and the JCM Cougars. Again, coming up at halftime, we'll have scores, and after the game, it'll be the 6th edition of the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show until 11 o'clock. We're back to wrap it up here in our studios. Stay with us on the Victory 93.7. Countdown to kickoff clock down to 20 minutes. Welcome back. One last time, Robin Cood with you from our one-stop home design studio in the Newble Heating and Air pregame. Virginia an early 7-0 lead over number 8 Florida State with 4:57 to go in the first quarter. So a little college football update. A lot of homecomings around the area tonight. Milan's one of those, having homecoming ceremonies on the field at Johnny Hill Stadium right now. Don't forget, at halftime, I'll be back with you with a Precision Auto Body half and Mandy Pierce for Circuit Court Clerk, as we'll have scores of other games. And then after the game, it's the most complete, the most comprehensive, longest running scoreboard show anywhere in West Tennessee. It's the Violent Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show with your scores and reports until 11 o'clock. And then we'll start talking about week number 7, which will be the first Friday in October, next Friday. Have fun. You'll hear from Sam and Scott coming up. Stay with us on the Victory 93.7.
Well, good evening. Welcome to Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan, Tennessee. The Milan Bulldogs region game tonight with the Jackson Central Mary Cougars. JCM comes in, a team that upset Milan last year on this same field. And because of the rescheduling, Milan fortunate to play them back-to-back years here on the home field. Probably next year will be at the new stadium that JCM is building if it's ready by then. But fortunately, Milan had them here last year and again this year, and they upset Milan here during the regular season, and Milan had to come from behind to beat them in the playoffs here at Johnny Hill Stadium. A very talented JCM team. Their record, Scott, doesn't show that. 1-4 on the year, Milan 5-0 on the year, but their record doesn't show that at all.
Yeah, even though they come in 1-4 this year, they are still a very good team and very dangerous team here in Region 7 2A. You know, their loss, they had a close loss to Southside, a close loss to Northside. Peabody, they beat them pretty good, but other than that, JCM, they're just a couple plays away from being 3-2 and maybe even 4-1.
Big homecoming night tonight. Already had the homecoming festivities down in midfield and named the homecoming queen. And Scott, I'm sorry to tell you were not selected.
No, that's all right.
So in a moment we'll have starting lineups. We continue with the pregame, the Newbold Heating and Air pregame show here at Johnny Hill Stadium. After our game tonight, Robin will have scores of all the games around West Tennessee and the entire state of Tennessee. So you stay tuned for that. The scoreboard show tonight here at the Victory 93.7. We look forward to that as well. That's the Milan Prevention Coalition scoreboard show. Last week we finished early, about a 9 o'clock sign off. Last week at Gibson County, and Robin had a 2-hour scoreboard show, and he did a great job. I've listened to him on the way back to Memphis, and he did a great job. And probably won't have that much time tonight. This should be a good one here tonight. We'll take another break, come back with the starting lineups and much more on the Victory 93.7.
Hi, this
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan, Tennessee. Set for kickoff here in just a few moments. About 10 minutes away from kickoff here. We continue with the Newbold Heating and Air pregame show. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey here with you on the Victory 93.7. Our starters are brought to you by Alexander Thompson Arnold, ATA, if you will, and Jackson Central Mare again comes in 1-4 on the year, but don't let that record fool you. They're very talented. Football team got a lot of speed, and what troubled Milan last year, Scotty, you remember the passing game. Milan, the corners had a difficult time keeping up with the wide receivers of the Jackson Central Mare. We'll see how they've progressed tonight from last year.
Yeah, last year, going back and watching some of that, the first game against JCM last year, they did a lot of just one read where they would look and throw, and for a lot of times last year they either completed the pass or they got us for a few pass interference calls that continued their drives for them. So we're going to have to see if the Bulldogs, what adjustments they've made this year, what adjustments the cornerbacks have made for them, and just see how we can contain that passing game, because they're going to look to pass again this year. They have the same quarterback that they did last year, talented quarterback number 8, Terrell Williams. He's back again, so you got to expect that they're going to want to pass first and then run after that.
So we'll give you the starters for the JCM Cougars. The starters brought to you again by Alexander Thompson Arnold. And again, starting for the JCM Cougars at wide receiver, number 11, Mikael Hill. He's a freshman, but a good one as well. Number 14, a wide receiver, is Jamaris Douglas. coming in at the tight end, and he's a good one as well. We remember him from last year, Jalen Eckford. I think he's the one you said changed numbers.
Yeah, he was number 33 last year for them. He was really good on defense at defensive end and tight end. This year he's changed to number 1.
At offensive tackle, number 52, Arnorico Brown. He's a freshman. At offensive guard, 54, Jesse Haynes, a junior. At center is number 53, Joe Northern. He's the senior. That's Joe Northern, the center. At offensive tackle is a senior, number 77, Brylan Beasley. We mentioned the offensive guard, number 79, is Braylon Henning. The running backs is Tayshawn Curry, number 22. We've seen him in warm-ups, and he looks extremely good. At quarterback, we mentioned him a moment ago. Terrell Williams is the quarterback, and he's a good one as well. So that's your starting lineups for the JCM Cougars as they come in 1-4 on the year. But again, a talented team, lots of speed. Milan's not only got to cover the pass, but they got to contain on the outside. Got to be able to turn those running backs in or the quarterback when he keeps the ball and have containment on the defensive side. For the Milan Bulldogs, for Coach Wade Comer, 5-0 on the year, undefeated in regular season, of course, undefeated in the region play. This is a region matchup here tonight, starting at left tackle. Sophomore number 77, Brian Dixon at left guard. Sophomore number 71, Jacoby Wilkes at center. Senior number 55, Briar Smith at right guard. Big senior number 70, C.T. Williamson at right tackle. Senior number 75, Mason Allen. At the tight end is number 87, a sophomore. We've seen him at spurts this year, but he's starting tonight. He is a big target. I'd love to see him go across the middle to big tight end, number 87, Manny Pittman. At wide receiver, senior number 7, Jay Cole. The fullback is number 45, sophomore Micah White. The wide receiver, senior number 4, Terrence Moses. The other wide receivers had a great week last week. Senior number 1, Sonny Johnson. Of course, the running back is the senior Mr. Football last year in 2A football, TSSAA. That's number 5, Jaden Pete. And the quarterback is the junior, Zach Summers. He was our Premier Dental Player of the Year, Player of the Week last week, and they got a chance to interview him after the game along with Coach Comer. Number 8 came here from Union City, and we talked about that in the interview. Next week, Milan goes to Union City. I said, you're looking forward to that. His eyes just lit up talking about that. Offensively, Milan with 7 seniors, 1 junior, and 3 sophomores on the offensive end. Defensively for the Milan Bulldogs, as we continue with the Alexander Thompson Arnold starters. At defensive end, number 10 is sophomore Ty Hollingsworth. The other defensive end, sophomore number 45, Micah White. At nose guard, senior number 70, C.T. Williamson. At the defensive back is the number 70, defensive tackle is number 71, sophomore Jacoby Wilkes. At the Sam linebacker is senior number 44, Beef Morris, he likes to be called. That's Lucas Morris to everyone else, but that's Beef Morris. At a corner is senior number 1, Sonny Johnson. The other corner, senior number 7, Jay Cole. Strong safety is senior number 4, Terrence Moses. At the Mike linebacker, junior number 2, Carson Kelly. We'll see him running the ball some as well, a great running back as well. At free safety is the senior number 9, Tavon Harrell. And the plug linebacker, senior number 5, leading the Bulldogs again this year in tackles, is number 5, senior Jaden Pete. That's the starting lineup for your Milan Bulldogs. Again, brought to you by Alexander Thompson Arnold. We wait for the teams to take the field, so we'll come back in a moment, have the coin toss in a moment. Back in a moment on the Victory 93.7.
back to Chattanooga next year, in December for this year. I mean, you can tell last week Jaden Pete didn't even have one carry or one reception last week. I think he was only in on 3 offensive plays and just played defense. And he's perfectly fine with that, just as the rest of them are.
Of course, Milan made their first road trip, not a long trip, last week over to Gibson County and defeated the Pioneers 46-6. Milan was up 46-0 at half. They went to 6-minute quarters, and the second half was very quick. Floyd Flippin, Gibson County guy, is our head official with a white hat, and oh my goodness, his dad, Jerry Flippin, was a legend here in Milan, Tennessee. Attorney, did so much, state representative, so much through the years, and we certainly miss him. Mr. Jerry Flippin, Floyd's dad, was certainly a great man, a man of faith and a man of character, and good to see Floyd back tonight. He's wearing a white hat. The captains are shaking hands and exchanging pleasantries down there. Our coin toss will be brought to you by Bank of Milan. As Mr. Floyd Flippin will make the coin toss. Probably played golf this morning if I know Floyd. I mean, he likes that game of golf, and he's pretty good at it too. Looks at the captain, flips the coin, and we'll see who he looks at. Looks at Milan, taps Milan on the shoulder. So Milan is 1 to toss and defer to the second half. So Milan wins the toss. Jaden Pete gets the tap on the shoulder. JCM got the call because they're the visiting team, but Milan won the toss, defer to the second half. So JCM will receive to start this ball game. Milan going to go left to right. Their backs to the scoreboard, to the chow wagon side, if you will, and JCM will have their backs to the John Wayne Tucker Fieldhouse. So we've had the starters, we've had the coin toss, the pregame show by Newell Heating and Air, and much more. We'll come back one moment and have the kickoff here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan, Tennessee. Week number 6, Milan 5-0 in the year. JCM 1-4. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey here on the victory, 93-7. About 20 seconds before the kickoff, JCM is already lined up on the field. Milan just now taking the field, running through the band and out through the big inflatable Bulldog. Never forget that night, Robin, when we had the big storm here, and the inflatable Bulldog down to our right that the team runs through. The wind got under it, and it went end over end. I was doing a play-by-play to the 20, to the 30, to the 50 of the Bulldog. I thought it was going to go over the fence down to my left, down to the chow wagon, but the fence was able to contain it inside Johnny Hill Stadium. So we're set for action tonight. Milan 5-0 in the year. JCM 1-4 on the year. Pennington, number 31, will be the kicker for Milan. He had a great night. He was one of our runners-up for player of the game last week at Gibson County. His extra points, his kickoff, had one kick in the end zone, one that was inside the 5-yard line. And Scott Aiden Pennington really showed a strong leg, and he's getting better week after week.
Yeah, you can tell he's starting to get more comfortable out there. You know, being a freshman and being asked to kick off and do extra points at the beginning of the year might be a little intimidating. He seems to have settled in a lot more comfortable doing kickoffs, and his extra points, like you said, have been a lot better, especially last week.
So the Cougars will have one deep man that back about the 10-yard line. In front of him will be 22 Tayshawn Curry. Behind him is Lionel Champion. As Pennington now gets the ball from the official, Milan Bulldog fans still coming in. Moments ago, I wasn't sure, but they're still coming in. It's going to be a great crowd here tonight. It's a perfect night for football. Just cool, no humidity whatsoever. And, of course, we're getting into October. It should be. Fans are standing. Here's the kick brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body. A deep kick that he'll field at the 16. Go across to the 20, try to get outside to the 25, out to the 30, bounce it outside to the 35-yard line. A good return there by the return man. That's number 11 that made that catch or caught it. That's Mikael Hill, a freshman wide receiver. He brings it all the way out. Caught it to the right side, went across the field, turned it up to the 35-yard line. So JCM with great field position at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, good job there for Micaiah Hill there. Looked like he had a little bit of a running room there. Tripped over his guy a little bit around the 35. Bulldogs fortunate there that he was down. Bulldogs are going to take over on defense there. JCM's going to start out 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. going right to left toward the chow wagon. 11:52 to go here in the first quarter.
Terrell Williams, number 8, is the quarterback for JCM, a senior. He's a good one. He's been around a few years. They'll have twin receivers right, the short side of the field, a wide receiver to the left. This side, that's number 14, Jamaris Douglas, in a pistol formation with a running back behind the quarterback. The running back comes up to his right shoulder. A little bit of motion there. Snaps, gives it to his running back. No, he fakes it. It's a quick pass. He faked it to the running back, tried to hit number 11 on a quick slant. There, that's Mikael Hill, but it's overthrown. It's incomplete. So incomplete, second down 10 for JCM.
Yeah, it looks like the quarterback there, Terrell Williams, he had the option of either handing it off to the running back. He thought he had something across the middle, chose to keep it, make the pass a little bit high, a little bit overthrown, but the Bulldogs were there on coverage. Incomplete pass for second down, 10 to go.
JCM does a little trickery. They kind of go to their hip, then they go down with their hand on the ground, trying to get Milan to jump. Just a little stunt, if you will, a little moving their hands, if you will. So here's a shotgun, actually pistol formation. Same formation, twins left, single wide out right. Now the back's going to come to the left shoulder of the quarterback, number 8. Takes it. Quarterback keeps it, got running room, across the 35, out across the 40. He faked it to the running back and just kind of held it there for a minute. That's the running back, the quarterback, Terrell Williams, and then he held the linebackers there, and it'll be out across the 40-yard line, about the 41-yard line. So it'll be third down. Actually, we have a flag on the play. Chop block against Milan. Milan had trouble with this back early in the year and thought they'd worked that out. But they've been on notice with officials that penalty is brought to you by S&S Insurance. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance this week at 686-8334. Be sure to compare your rates with their rates. You'll be glad you did. It's all the way to midfield, just nose of the football shy of midfield. So a penalty negates the stop there for Milan and be first and 10 for JCM.
Yeah, it looked like when they faked the handoff there to the running back, looks like our defensive end over there, Mike White, came through. He's the one that got called for the chop block there, undercutting their lead blocker there. Either way, it's going to be S&S Insurance first down for JCM at midfield, going right to left.
Williams shotgun, actually pistol, running back behind him. Twin receivers left again, single wide out right. And a running back will come up to the right shoulder and a whistle on the play.
Might have a delay.
Took them a little time there to get it going, so that's a clock issue. We have that every week. Clock issue, the play clock. Say it's at 40, so it never started. So the clock issue, the play clock.
So no penalty on the play. Referee just stopped the clock, stopped the play there, make sure the play clock was back working, which it is now. So first down, 10 to go, JCM at midfield.
Same formation, twin receivers left, single wide out right, halfback to the right shoulder of the quarterback, number 8. Straight drop back, looking to the middle of the field, complete to the 40. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line goes number 14, covered there by Sonny Johnson. But number 14 had 2 to 3 steps on him. That's Jamaris Douglas, and they move the chains. Again, the passing game of JCM really hurt Milan last year and defeated Milan in the regular season. And Milan had to go, I think, in overtime in the playoffs to beat them. And the passing game, Milan's got to get to the quarterback. It's first and 10, their second first down. Had won by penalty. Now their second first down. This drive started on their own 35-yard line. They're into the Milan 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be S&S Insurance first down all the way down to the Milan 38-yard line.
Quarterback shotgun, halfback to his right shoulder. Same formation, twins left, single right out White. Running back coming this side. He's hit in the backfield. Jaden Pete, running back number 22, the running back coming to this side, trying to sprint around the left side. And Jaden Pete came from inside out on his linebacker position. Hit him back at the 39-yard line. It's a loss of 1. Good job, good speed there by Jaden Pete to hunt that running back down, and a loss of yard, so it's second down 11.
Yeah, good job by that Bulldog defensive line as well. On that play right there, that was just a read where the quarterback was going to read the defensive end, see if he was going to keep the ball and run it or hand it off. Either way, Bulldog defensive line was ready for both of it. Jaden Pete came up from linebacker for a loss of 1.
Second down 11. Twin receivers right this time, the wide side of the field, single wide out left. Quarterback straight drop, looking. Now he's going to take off. He's going to be hit in the backfield as he tried to cut up big C.T. Williams and said, no, sir, not tonight. Big 70, put number 8 for JCM on the turf. Terrell Williams, the quarterback. He loses 2 more yards. It's going to be third down 13, back to the 41-yard line.
C.T. Williamson, he gets credit there for the sack, but the secondary there for Milan did a very good job the quarterback, Williams, he wanted to deliver the pass quickly. The receivers were covered. He had to hold it. By the time that he was ready to step up in the pocket, C.T. Williamson was there. Also, number 71, Jacoby Wilkes was there for the play as well. Big third down here for both teams. Third down, 13 to go for JCM at the Milan 41-yard line, going right to left. 8:45 to go here in the first quarter, still scoreless.
Bulldog fans getting behind their defense. Kind of flag on the play. Motion, I think, against JCM. The wide receiver, number 5, across the way, moved before the ball was snapped. Let's see what the call is. So it's third down 13. It's time that they call timeout. So
Yep.
JCM called a timeout before the play. This timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So we'll take a break here. No score with 8:39 to go here in the first quarter on the Victory 93-7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
By JCM, 8:39 to go here in this first quarter, and JCM third down 13 at the Milan 41-yard line. Again, during our game tonight, Robin Coon will have scores of other games around the area, and he'll have it all for you tonight on the scoreboard show after our game tonight. So here's possession down for JCM. Shotgun formation, halfback to the left shoulder, twin receivers right, single wide out to the left, the short side of the field. Long count. Takes the snap, looks to throw, being pursued. It's a little screen pass down to this side. Good job defensively by Milan. Jaden Pete read it correctly there. The quarterback straight drop back to kind of release the lineman there inside the 40, but Jaden Pete able to hit number 14 down and made the catch. That's Jamari Douglas, but it's fourth down and 10 for JCM.
Yeah, good play there. It was a good design play by JCM. They just ran a little tunnel screen for their receiver. Michael White came from his defensive end position, put good pressure on the quarterback, Williams, there, maybe delivered it a little quicker than he wanted to. Once he made the catch, Pete was right there to make the tackle. Back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's fourth down, 10 to go for JCM at the Milan 38-yard line going right to left.
Big call here for the Milan defense. Quarterback shotgun formation, looking, still looking, going to run it up the middle. He's going to be hit by C.T. Williamson at the 35, and then Jaden Pete there to finish him off and drive him back. That's the Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment. Fourth down stop as the Milan Bulldogs turn JCM away inside the 40-yard line. So 7 plays starting at their own 35-yard line, but it stopped at the 40-yard line, and so the Bulldogs will take over first and 10 as they put it down at the 35-yard line. So first and 10 Milan going left to right here. Milan's first possession. Milan won the toss, deferred to the second half, so JCM on the first possession goes 7 plays and out, and Milan turns them away on the fourth down.
Yeah, good job there by that Bulldogs secondary, covering their receivers. Williams had to tuck it down, make the run. C.T. Williamson there to stop him initially, and then Jaden Pete to clean up the mess.
Quarterback number 8 for Milan Bulldogs, shotgun formation, turns, gives it to Jaden Pete. He'll turn up across the 35, out near the 40-yard line. Jaden Pete, line of scrimmage was the 35. They'll have about 4. It'll be second down and 6 for the Milan Bulldogs, and Pete had a head of steam when he got the ball, when he got the handoff. Out to the 39-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down 6 for Milan.
Got 7:25 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs on their first possession with the game scored as 0-0, going left to right.
Milan to the line of scrimmage. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Ball in the middle of the field. Quarterback shotgun formation. Now Jaden Pete's going to switch from the left side of the quarterback to the right side. Quarterback's going to take it, give it to Jaden Pete. He goes through. 45, 50, 45, 40, down the near sideline. 35, 30, 20, 15, 10. Look at that speed. You know what he did. He took it to the house. Jaden Pete from the 39-yard line takes it to the house. 61 yards for the Bulldog touchdown. Took it over left guard, and he came against the grain this way, and then down the near sideline. Had 2 defenders right on him, and he just put another gear in and outran him at the 20-yard line. That touchdown brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Wow, Milan 2 plays and a 61-yard touchdown run by Jaden Peete.
Yeah, when he got that handoff, he took it up the middle. Looked like he might get a couple yards. He just broke through there, and then once he got in the open, he just used his speed, take it all the way down the sideline. Aiden Pennington in for the extra point here.
Snap there, placed down, kick in the air. Long enough, high enough, it's good. Milan 7, JCM nothing, 6:53 to go here in the first quarter on the victory, 93-7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
With 6:53 to go in the first quarter, it only took Milan 2 plays. They started at their 35-yard line, made 4 yards on the first play, and then Jaden Peete took it 61 yards from the 39-yard line up the middle, broke to the right to the near sideline. It was off to the races, and he showed another gear when he outran 2 defenders at the 20-yard line. You thought they had the angle, but no, sir, they did not. Peete took it to the house. Pennington's extra point good. Milan up 7-0. This first quarter brought to you by Precision Auto Body, and again, that touchdown brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Extra point brought to you by Trimmers Auto Body. Now Pennington's going to kick from the far hash. Last time when Milan kicked off to start the game, Milan won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Milan kicking again. Pennington from the far hash looks like he's going to do an angle kick. He's just a couple steps from the ball, and he'll pooch kick it across the way. They'll catch it about the 28-yard line. He'll call a fair catch there, and so JCM will set up shop there. Number 48 on the catch there. That's Malachi Morton, a freshman, defensive back, number 48. So JCM will take it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line, but the officials are discussing something down below. That penalty is going to be brought to you by S&S Insurance. Let's see.
I think we kicked it off before the ref gave the ready for play sign. I think that's what they're talking about right here.
And Pennington said, I was ready.
It's like, what are we talking about?
I had this sucker teed up, and I kicked it. You gave me the ball, ref. What do you want me to do with it?
That's right. So I was going to back him up 5 yards. He's going to kick off here now from his own 35-yard line. That was a great pooch kick, though. I mean, it was high. It was right to the guy. You know, if he would have tried to field it, we had defenders there. I say we try the exact same thing, kicking it to last time that was number 48, Malachi Morton, who made the catch for JCM. Let's see if we try to kick it to him again or in this general area.
South Gibson leading 14-0 over Dyer County.
Wow, that's huge score.
So Pennington will kick, and he'll kick it across the field, and they'll be fielded at the 25. Come across the 30, come across the 35-yard line. They'll be driven out near the 40-yard line. Number 22, Tayshawn Curry on the return. Got a little bit of yardage there. Not much, but he made something out of nothing there. And so it'll be 1st and 10, JCM. They'll put the ball down, let's see, near the 40-yard line. They've yet to spot it, so it'll be 1st and 10. Their last possession started at their 35, and they had 7 plays, and Milan stopped them on 4th down inside the 40-yard line in Milan territory. So at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10, JCM. Terrell Williams, the senior quarterback, will lead them out. Number 8, number 22, the running back in there is Tayshawn Curry. They'll have twin receivers left, single wide out to the right. Got a wing back to the left side. They'll bring the running back up to the right shoulder. Gives it to the running back right up the middle, right over left guard. He'll have it out to the 45-yard line. A pick of a 5, maybe 6 yards. Good hard running. Helmet comes off from big number 77. That's Brylan Beasley, a senior, and he'll have to go out for a lease play because his helmet came off, and he'll be replaced by number 61, Antonio Hudson. They've got great size. They've got great speed. We know that from last year. So they say 5-yard pickup. They put him down at the 44-yard line. So it'll be a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down 5. JCM going right to left here in this first quarter, wearing the green pants, white jerseys, green numerals, and gold headgears. Speaking of gold headgears, I bet Stevie Ray's in Fayetteville for the big Arkansas-Notre Dame game tomorrow. Shotgun formation, snap, looking to throw. Now the quarterback's going to take off with it. Good job defensively. You can see how the defensive line is just waiting to see if he's going to take off, and then they're able to respond out to the 40, just nose of the football, shy of the 45-yard line, give him 1 yard on the pickup. That's a great job by the defensive backs from Milan doing coverage there. Great job by them.
Yeah, you can tell those players right there that Williams is wanting to deliver the ball quickly. He's wanting to get the snap, take one look, throw. Our defensive backs so far have done a great job covering their receivers, forcing him to tuck the ball down and run. Mason Allen there to make the tackle. He got a gain of 1, 3rd down, 4 to go from their own 45-yard line, going right to left. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter.
Possession down here for JCM. Terrell Williams in the shotgun. They'll bring number 1 in motion. He's a good one as well, and a flag on the play. Let's see.
Not either. They were going to get another timeout. JCM. They were going to get. They were a little confused there. They were probably going to get a delay of game if he didn't call that timeout.
A timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So we'll take a timeout here with 5:18 to go here in this first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Precision Auto Body. Bulldogs leave it 7-0 over the JCM Cougars.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you. 5:18 to go in this first quarter. Bulldogs scored on their first possession, only 2 plays, a 61-yard touchdown run by Jaden Peete. Pennington's kick was good. Milan leads it 7-0. Here's JCM, 3rd down 4 at their own 45-yard line, possession down for the JCM Cougars. Williams, the quarterback, number 8, shotgun formation. Waits for the snap. Long count, takes it, gives it to the running back. Now the quarterback's going to keep it. He'll come this way, and Milan going to put him down. Jaden Peete, good job by the quarterback.
Right.
Take me off. I thought the running back had it, but then he held it in there, read it, and then kept it to the running back went to the right. The quarterback, number 8, Terrell Williams, comes to the left, but Jaden Peete was not fooled. He puts him down just outside the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 3 for JCM, and they're sending in substitutions. Apparently the punting team coming in. You can see where the Milan defense is much more disciplined in preparation for this talented JCM team.
Yeah, and what's also key to this, just looking there on that particular play, the Bulldogs had 3 sophomores in on the defensive line out of the 4 linemen there. Great discipline by them to stay with their keys, stay with what they're responsible for. They were supposed to get the running back. They did a good job. Pete's the one that cleaned up and got the quarterback. Good job there.
Well, soccer punter, and it just shanked it off the side of his foot. Hits at the 46-yard line. They'll field it at the 45. That kick brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body.
Let me do some math for you, Sam. 9 yards. 9-yard punt.
Wow, I'm amazed.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I was counting the yard. The yardage over here, that's how I got 9. You know what? They're going to give an extra yard, 10-yard punt there for them, for JCM. Bulldogs, great job on defense to get a 3 and out. Now they're going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line, going left to right. 4:02 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Talked about Manny Pittman, the sophomore tight end, is playing tonight, starting tonight. He's a big target. I'm a big fan of using the tight end, whether it's high school, college ball. I love the dragger out when the tight end goes across the middle behind the linebackers. Hard for high school linebackers to cover a big tight end like that. Some kind of hold-up officials are stopping something.
They're just trying to make sure the clock's supposed to say maybe 4:14. Yeah, they got that fixed up here.
Mr. Floyd Flippin, the man with the white hat tonight. Longtime Gibson County attorney. Talked about his dad, Mr. Jerry Flippin, a legend here in Milan, Tennessee for many, many years. Quarterback in motion. Actually, the quarterback in shotgun, man in motion coming this way. Looking to throw. Steps up, and he's sacked. Maybe waited 2 minutes, 2 seconds too long, too quick there. Number 1, Jalen Eckford on the defensive end, crashed from the right defensive end. And he hits the quarterback for the Milan Bulldogs, Zach Summers, all the way back at the 39-yard line. It's a loss of 5. It's second down 15 for Milan.
Yeah, when he took that snap, when Summers dropped back to pass, he was looking at Sonny on the left side. When he looked like he was going to have to maybe try to get out of the pocket, he did slip a little bit there. That allowed the JCM defensive line to get there. Great play there by number 1, Jalen Eckford, their main guy on defense. After that sack, it's going to be second down 15 for the Bulldogs at their own 39-yard line.
Number 2, Carson Kelly in there, running back this time. Quarterback takes it, gives it to Carson Kelly. He'll come across the 40, out across the 45, drive over a would-be tackler, and a helmet comes off. Good night. What a lick there.
Kelly.
And it's out to about the 47-yard line, and they knock Kelly's helmet off when they hit him, and the flag comes in. I'm sure if that'll be a targeting or what. That penalty is going to be brought to you by SNS Insurance. Will be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call SNS Insurance, 686-8334. Kelly's helmet got knocked off on the tackle. We'll see what the flag is. They'll put it out about the 47-yard line, and then the JCM is backing out. It is targeting against JCM. I mean, they hit him straight up on the head, and his helmet came off. I mean, just come flying out of there, and so Milan will have the first down.
Yeah, so when Kelly, he did a great job running there. Good tough yards, getting it all the way up to the 47-yard line. And then as the other defenders kind of had him tackled but stood up, another defender came in with a late hit, got him a little too high. Referee was right there to throw the penalty for a targeting call. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. We're still working on the clock down here. So SNS Insurance first down for the Bulldogs. After that, they're going to have it first down and 10 at the JCM 38-yard line.
You would think after week 6 that could get the clock, the scoreboard working, but we've had it every week this year so far. Well, the coaches from Milan trying to signal the clock operator up here what to put on the clock. It's got 3 minutes, 17 seconds.
There we go.
So they got it set. So first down 10, Milan inside the 40-yard line, about the 38 on that penalty when Carson Kelly got his helmet knocked off on the targeting call. Kelly stays in the ballgame following the penalty. Quarterback turns, gives it to Carson Kelly. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Ball comes loose. Ball comes loose. I think JCM got it. Yeah. Carson Kelly was stood up in the backfield trying to get loose, and JCM has the ball. It's a turnover against Milan. The play never developed. Carson Kelly was a halfback, tried to come to the right side, but never could get any running room there. JCM has penetrated the backfield, and the ball came out, and that's a turnover for the Milan Bulldogs, and JCM going to take over first and 10 with great field position at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, a little indecision there on that play. Summers didn't know if he was going to hand it off to Kelly or keep it himself. He waited a little too late, gave it to Kelly. Eckford, once again from the backside, number 1 for JCM, made the big hit, caused the fumble with Kelly, and that they were
43-yard line for JCM. Officials still talking about something down. So with the turnover, it was obvious the ball came out, and JCM right there in it. But they had several white jerseys in the backfield to cover up Carson Kelly. And Kelly's a more, we've talked about it, patient runner, looking for that opening. He didn't find it, and when he was looking, he got hit from the backside, and the ball came loose. So here's split backs to both sides of the quarterback with twin receivers right, single wide out left for JCM. Quarterback takes it straight drop back, looking, throws to the middle of the field, and incomplete. Had a man open at that 49-yard line, number 11, but again, it's overthrown. Intended for McKay Hill, a freshman wide receiver. And number 8, the quarterback, Terrell Williams, had a little bit too much juice on that one. It was overthrown. It'll be second down and 10 for JCM at their own 43.
Yes, Sam. He had him wide open right there, just kind of did a little cross and set down in the middle of the defense right there, had an opening. Like I said, quarterback Williams maybe had a little too much extra juice on that, overthrew him. Bulldogs very fortunate there for the incomplete pass. Second down and 10 to go for JCM at their own 43-yard line going right to left.
Terrell Williams, shotgun formation, halfbacks to both sides. Waits for the snap, gets the handoff. Running back coming up the middle. He's got running room across the midfield of the 49-yard line. Before, number 5, Jaden Pete has to come up and make the tackle, or he was off to the races. Good run there by 22, Tayshawn Curry. And it'll be 30. It was second down and 10. It made 8 yards. It'll be third down and 2 just inside Milan territory at the 49-yard line, going right to left here in this first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Precision Auto Body. Bulldogs lead it 7-0. PA announcer John getting them up, getting the Milan fans up for the third down call here. Third down 2, JCM at the Milan 49-yard line. Again, half back to both sides of the quarterback, Williams. Brings the man in motion, left to right. Going to turn, give it to the running back. He's hit as he penetrates the line of scrimmage, but a flag comes out, and another flag. I think you get Milan with a late hit there. There was an initial flag right on the snap of the ball, and then when the play was stopped, a Bulldog player hit the player apparently on the ground. It may be offsetting penalties. We'll see.
Yeah, I think we might have offsetting penalties here where we have a illegal formation here on or a false start on JCM. But the Bulldog defender there, I don't know if it was Carson Kelly or if it was Jaden Pete, but came up, made the tackle on the running back there, and he just tackled him. Maybe they thought it was too violent. I'm not sure. Let's see what what the referee says here. Illegal shift on JCM, personal foul on Milan. They will offset to all for naught. Third down, 2 to go.
Well, play it again. Play it again, Sam. Third down, 2 for JCM at the Milan 49-yard line. Milan had them stopped on third down, but the offsetting penalties gives JCM another opportunity. JCM was stopped on fourth down on their first possession after 7 plays. They got a fourth down stop. So let's see what JCM will do here. Twin receivers to the short side, the left side of the field. Halfbacks to both sides of the quarterback, Terrell Williams. Single wide out to the wide side, the right side. Williams takes it, gives it to the right halfback coming this way. He'll have his first down into the secondary, 45, down near the 42-yard line. A halfback to the right side gets the handoff. Good blocking up front by the Cougars to push the purple defense back. It'll be 1st and 10 for the JCM Cougars. That first down brought to you by S&S Insurance.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Sam. That offensive line for JCM on the left side, they just got a good push right there. Good run by the tailback there to get his first down. But that offensive line, they were just moving the Bulldog defensive line on that particular play. First down and 10 to go for JCM, going right to left at the Milan 43-yard line. About a minute 15 to go till half here. Bulldogs up 7-0.
They started the game with one halfback with quarterback Williams. Now they're going with a 2 halfback set, one to each shoulder of the quarterback Williams. Williams back to pass. Stepping, looking, going long. Going down the near sideline and is well overthrown down about the 15-yard line as Williams tried to hit his wide receiver on a fly route, a go route down the near sideline. And good coverage there from Milan. Sonny Johnson over there as well. So it's incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for JCM.
Yeah, I think on that play, they just kind of ran their slot receiver out there on a wheel route, number 5. Ty Hollingsworth, the outside linebacker, was in charge of covering him, did a good job to help use the sideline, the out of bounds there to help as a second defender there. Ball was overthrown, incomplete. 2nd down, 10 to go for JCM at the Bulldog 43-yard line.
Terrell Williams, shotgun, halfback to either side. Twin receivers left, wide out right, the wide side of the field. Turns, and we got a whistle. The quarterback faked it to the halfback, coming right to left, and then a flag on the play. Might be motion against JCM. We'll see. The head linesman across the way in front of the JCM bench over there made the call. He talks to head official Mr. Floyd Flippin, and gives him the call there. This penalty brought to you by S&S Insurance. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call the guys at S&S Insurance. They say offsides against JCM.
Yes, they had a receiver line up offside.
So they'll bring it back to the 48-yard line of Milan. It'll be 2nd down, 15. Again, they'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call them at S&S Insurance this week, 686-8334 for all your insurance needs. So penalty marks it back. 2nd down, 15 for JCM, back at the Milan 48-yard line.
They need to hurry up and get this snap. They're under 10 seconds on the play clock.
Quarterback Williams, shotgun, halfback to either side. Twin receivers left, short side of the field. Snap, quarterback keeping it, picking his way. He's into the secondary, runs out of 1 tackle, and down near the 35-yard line. They still driving. Look, they had him at the 35. He's all the way inside the 30-yard line. That is mere strength right there. JCM just pushed their quarterback 6 yards from the 36-yard line all the way to the 30-yard line. Bulldogs failed to get him down, and he gets 6 extra yards down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for JCM. That first down brought to you by S&S Insurance.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs had him there maybe short of the first down, and then he just kept chugging his legs, and then that gave his offensive line time to get behind him and push him all the way down to the Bulldogs' 30-yard line. 1st and 10, JCM going right to left. 30 seconds as the clock ticks down left here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Williams shotgun, halfback to either shoulder there in the backfield. Slot man to the left comes in motion. They'll give it to him going around the right side. He'll try to get outside. Ooh. And boom, as he hit down the 30-yard line, a flag on the play. It'll be a face mask, I'm afraid.
You know, it looked like that the tailback on the other side of the quarterback maybe got a head start, but they didn't see anything. They didn't draw a flag there, but it looks like when Moses came up from his safety position. They're going to get him for a face mask there. We did stop him for a no gain, but we'll see if it's going to be a 5-yard or a 15-yard face mask.
Be the deepest penetration for JCM thus far. They'll step it from the 30.
15 yards.
It's a big one. It's a 15-yarder all the way down to the 15-yard line. The deepest penetration for JCM, and they're using the clock. They're keeping the ball away from Milan. Milan has a touchdown, but they also have a fumble. 1st and 10, JCM at the Milan 15-yard line. 12 seconds of the clock runs to go here in this first quarter, and they may let it run off. This first quarter has been brought to you by Precision Auto Body. 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll end the first quarter. Milan leads at 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, but JCM threatening on the 15-yard line. Back in a moment on the Victory 93-7.
Let your smile say it all at Elite Dental Care. Keep your nerves intact for the big game with Elite Dental Care's sedation dentistry options, ensuring comfort in your dental care. Leave with your smile shining brighter than the Friday night lights with same-day whitening treatments or veneers. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Second quarter action, Johnny Hill Stadium. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here on the Victory 93-7. This second quarter brought to you by Premier Dental. The deepest penetration thus far in the game. JCM knocking on the door inside that High Point Storage red zone. It's 1st and 10 JCM at the Milan 15-yard line after that big 15-yard face mask penalty. Milan had them stop at the 30-yard line, but the penalty gives them a first down, and so it's JCM at the Milan 15-yard line. JCM going left to right now as you listen with their white jerseys, green pants, and gold headgears. Milan in their all purple tonight. It's Milan with their backs to the John Wayne Tucker Fieldhouse. Quarterback Williams has a back behind him and a back to his right shoulder, kind of in a wing-back position. Different set this time for JCM. Williams takes the snap. It's high. He'll give it to his running back. He's got running room inside the 10, inside the 5, and he will score, but there's a flag on the play. Number 22 just would not go down. That's Tayshawn Curry over left guard. He bounced off a would-be tacklers. Milan not able to lock him up, and he takes his 15 yards, but a flag on the play. Let's see if they're going to bring it back.
Yeah, it looks like the official is stepping off 5 yards, so we have illegal formation or legal procedure on JCM. Bulldogs very fortunate there. Going to be first down and 15 from the Bulldog 20-yard line. That's an S&S insurance penalty. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance at 686-8334.
JCM first down at the 20-yard line. They can get a first down at the 5-yard line. So it's 1st and 15. They nullify the touchdown. Milan fortunate for that. So now Williams goes under center with that same running back, 22 in the backfield behind him, Tayshawn Curry. Williams gives it to Curry, going around the left side. He's hit by the Bulldog defense. He may have one at the best, and a good job inside-out pursuit there by the defense. Mason Allen, number 75, from his defensive back position there to lead the charge. Play made 1 yard. It's at the 19-yard line, so it'll be second down 14 at the Milan 19-yard line.
Yeah, and you could tell the quarterback there, Williams, he was a little rushed. He looked at the play clock. They didn't get to the line until under 10 seconds to go. He was kind of in a hurry. Looks like that play didn't really have time to develop for them. Good play there by Mason Allen and Michael White, there. Second down, 14 to go for JCM at the Bulldog 19-yard line inside that High Point Storage red zone.
So Williams, the quarterback, back in the shotgun with number 22, the running back, Curry, to his right shoulder. Looking to throw, looking now, he's going to take off running, going to be pursued. He'll stop, throw it, and it'll be incomplete. He was sprinting to his right and being pursued there by number 4 by the Milan Bulldogs, Terrence Moses. Then Williams decided to just pull up and throw it. Not sure there was a man in the area, but they'll see the officials are talking about it. There was a receiver at the 10-yard line on the hash mark, and he threw the ball out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So we'll say they do penalize him.
It's like there's going to be 2 penalties. It's going to be either holding on JCM or ineligible man downfield. You know, anytime a quarterback is looking to pass and then no one's there and he decides to run, offensive linemen don't know whether he's going to continue to run or if he's just rolling out to throw. They just got caught with a man or 2 downfield. The officials are asking Coach Comer what he wants to go with. They're going to decline the illegal man downfield, but they are going to accept the holding penalty. So that'll take JCM back all the way to the Bulldog 29-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and 24 to go. JCM at the Bulldog 29-yard line going left to right.
Well, you're right about the lineman, because the quarterback, Williams, sprinted to his right. They thought he was going to run, so they released downfield. At the last minute, he pulls up and throws it because there would-be tacklers from Milan there in his face, but they were already downfield. So here's JCM, 2nd down and 24 at the Milan 29-yard line. Twin receivers right, single wide out left, the short side of the field. Williams in the shotgun. Looking, straight drop back. Looking. He's going to take off. Williams going to take off. And Carson Kelly able to pull him down from behind. I thought Williams was going to be able to elude Carson Kelly, but I was dead wrong. Carson Kelly broke down, hit him there inside the 25-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down for JCM. The ball at the Milan 23-yard line. You got to get to the 5-yard line. So 3rd down 18. How about that, man? 3rd down 18 for JCM Cougars.
And ladies and gentlemen, he did not even use a calculator or anything. So great call there, Sam. Yeah, great call on Carson Kelly there making that tackle, because if he didn't make that tackle, Williams had plenty of room to get not only the 1st down, but maybe even a touchdown. Brings up 3rd down, 18 to go for JCM. Knowing how they're not as good kicking the ball, you got to think they got 2 chances with this.
Williams back to throw. Looking. Stepping in, fan wide open over on the far sideline, but it's overthrown again, intended for number 5, Jatavius White, and that's 3 passes that he's had men open. He did an out route at the 10-yard line, but it was out of his hands above, way he had to go up but not able to pull it down. So now it's 4th down for JCM, 4th and 18 at the Milan 23-yard line. They can get a 1st down at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you said it right, Sam. He had a guy open there at the 10. Wouldn't have been enough for a 1st down, but he just overthrew him just a little high again. The receiver did get 2 hands on it, jumping to try to make the play, but either way, 4th down, 18 to go. JCM at the Bulldog 23-yard line.
Got to keep the receivers in front of you here. Williams back to throw. Looking, rush coming, rush coming. Williams going to sprint to the right side, try to cut it up. He will at the 20-yard line, and Jaden Pete said, nope, not today. He's there to put him down. Jaden Pete from his linebacker position, and that's another 4th down stop. A Jack Holland, Marine Corps Detachment, 4th down stop. That's the 2nd one tonight that Milan has stopped JCM on 4th down, and Milan going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, once again, got to give great props to the Bulldogs secondary there. Williams, he wanted to throw the ball. He wanted to throw it. Great coverage there. Michael White from his defensive end position flushed him out of the pocket. He had to run, and right there when he decided to run, there was Bulldogs all there to take him down. Jaden Pete ultimately made the tackle. Great stop for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Zach Summers, shotgun formation. Single wide outs to both sides. Pete the running back. Summers takes it, gives it to Jaden Pete. He'll come up the middle, bounce off a Milan blocker, and then he's driven back as he gets to about the 24-yard line. They'll drive him back to about the 22. But he bounced off a blocker from Milan there and was able to keep his legs going. Jaden Pete back in the ball game at running back. He and Carson Kelly alternate because they both play on defense. So it'll be a pickup of 2, let's say 3, 2nd down 7 for Milan out to their own 23-yard line.
Sam, on that play right there and on a couple other plays, I think that Summers can keep that ball and he can get a good running lane there. They are definitely keying in on Pete and Kelly when he's in at tailback as well.
Sonny Johnson, the number 11, that's Jay Donaldson wide to the left, the short side of the field. Back to throw. Quick route across the middle. There it is. Pittman catches it. The tight end across the middle. He'll be driven out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Did I call it or did I call it?
Sam's been calling for this play since the jamboree right here. Oh, Manny Pittman from his tight end position, just a little drag route across the field. The JCM Cougar defense came on a blitz to Summers. He read it perfectly, stayed in the pocket, calmly delivered the ball to Manny Pittman across the field. Got a gain there of 11 yards. S&S Insurance 1st down to the 34-yard line.
It could have been a little more. He juggled it, had to stop and bring it in, and gave JCM a little time to recover. That's a big target, big 87. He probably goes about 6'3", 220 coming across that middle from a tight end. Donaldson in shotgun formation.
Moses
turns and gives it to Terrence Moses, trying to get around the right side. He does, outside the 40, out about the 43, 44-yard line. A pickup of 8 or 9 on the play there. That's Terrence Moses, the halfback. They give it to him sweeping around the right side, and he was off to the races. Good to see that head of steam and that speed out to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd down 1 for Milan here in this second quarter, brought to you by Premier Dental. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here. 8 minutes to go in this first half. 7-0 Milan. Milan on the move here after they stop JCM. That's the second stop, 4th down stop that Milan has here in this ballgame. 2nd down 1. Do you throw it up here and come back on 3rd and take your chances, or you take the first down?
Got plenty of options here, Coach Comer does. See what he can do here on this 2nd and short.
Zach Summers, shotgun formation. Turns, gives it to Pete. He'll bounce it outside the 45, inside the midfield, and he's still running down the near sideline. They could not bring him down, and he spun out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Goes Jaden Pete. We got a flag on the play. I think they'll get a backside holding against Milan.
Yeah, great run there by Pete, but I think that the play was designed to go inside, and when he immediately kicked it outside, that caused one of the offensive linemen to hold, and that's going to result in a 10-yard penalty there for the Bulldogs. So it was going to be a good run into Cougar territory for a first down. It's going to back the Bulldogs up. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 11 from the Bulldogs' 33-yard line.
Well, again, I call it a backside penalty because Pete was coming this way, and the flag was thrown over on the backside of the offensive line. It did not help the run, but nonetheless, it's still a penalty, a holding. So 2nd down 11 for Milan, back at their own 33-yard line.
Carson Kelly in for Pete.
Quarterback Summers, Carson Kelly in there at the running back position. Seeing wideouts to both sides. Ball on the near hash. Pittman going to flip and come to this side to tight end, big number 87. Turns, fakes it.
He's open again.
Summers, look, going down the middle of the field. Got Sonny Johnson there. He'll go up and in and out of his hands. Thought we might get an interference there. Number 15 had a hold of him as he went up to catch the ball, but no flag on the play. I saw one of those plays last week, Auburn against Oklahoma. The back judge had turned to run and had his back, and when the receiver for Auburn at the goal line went up to catch it, the Oklahoma defensive back knew he'd been beat, and he puts his arms around him. About 3 seconds before the ball got there, but the official never saw it. And it was a bad break for Auburn because they would have had a touchdown.
Yeah, I think on this play here, I think it was a good no call there. We had Sonny open. We just kind of threw it behind him. What I noticed on that play from the beginning, we had Manny Pittman open again from his tight end position, running a little drag route. There was nobody running with Manny.
3rd down, 11 for Milan.
They're going to blitz.
Blitz right up the middle, in and out of hands, complete to Terrence Moses at the 40-yard line, but overthrown. He had him there at the 40 and some room to run. They were blitzing, and of course, Zach was able to get rid of it. The quarterback Summers is going to bring up 4th down for Milan, their first punt of the night. We've got 7:02 to go here in this first half, and JCM stops the Bulldogs. Milan leads it 7-0, and so the JCM Cougars turn the Bulldogs away. Of course, the penalty was a big part of that.
Yeah, you can tell right there. They brought their guy, number 1, Jalen Eckford. He was from his linebacker position. He was blitzing on that. Summers had to get rid of the ball quick. He delivered it to Moses just a little high. Fortunate that it wasn't tipped and maybe even intercepted. Either way, incomplete. 4th and 11 for the Bulldogs. Summers back to punt.
Summers in punt formation. Line of scrimmage at the 33-yard line, and a whistle on the play.
I think we're going to get a timeout before the delay of game can be called.
Don't signal. They do say delay a game against Milan. So from the 33-yard line, they'll put it back 5 to the 28. That penalty brought to you by SNS Insurance. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Why do we tell you that? Because you can compare prices. SNS Insurance. Call them this week, 686-8334. Located right next door here at the Johnny Hill Stadium, or just go by and see the guys there at Johnny Hill Stadium. Summers will stand at his 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage at 28. High snap, and it's a short kick, very short kick. And go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. We'll see where they put it down. They had a rusher coming, and Summers rushed it, and the official still walking. It's going to be the 42-yard line. 42-yard line for that short punt, and so 14. JCM going to get great field position, a 14-yard punt. That kick brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body, and a 14-yard kick from Zach Summers, not what the doctor ordered, and JCM gets great field position against Milan. inside the 45-yard line at the 42.
Yeah, so that Bulldog defense once again is going to be called upon here after making a good defensive stand last drive. They're already starting with their backs against the wall here. JCM starting in Milan territory, 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 42-yard line, going left to right. Bulldogs up 7-0 with 6:56 to go till halftime.
And the defense keeps turning away. Williams in the shotgun, halfback to his right shoulder, single wide out right, short side of the field. Twin receivers to the left, across the way to wide side of the field. Williams straight drop back, looking, still plenty of time, going long down the near sideline, got a man there, and it is almost intercepted by Sonny Johnson. Sonny broke on it a little early and went over his head, but the receiver had fallen down, number 14, was not able to make the catch, but Sonny Johnson was in good position, but broke a little early, and the ball sailed over his head, but 14 has fallen down. That's the would-be receiver, Jamaris Douglas, and all of that goes incomplete. 2nd down 10. JCM at the Milan 42-yard line.
Yeah, I think Sonny, if he knew where he was on the field, he might have had a chance to intercept that. I think he jumped a little too early, not knowing that his guy had fallen down. The pass was underthrown. Sonny right there. Either way, incomplete. 2nd down, 10 to go, JCM from the Bulldog 42-yard line.
Shotgun formation for Williams, the quarterback. Halfback to his right shoulder. And a flag on the play.
Like we might have a procedure penalty.
Seeing a lot of yellow laundry on the field here tonight. Well, I remember the Jamboree back early in the preseason up in Henry County. It was filled with penalties that night. Just no flow whatsoever. Illegal procedure against the JCM, 5-yard step off, so it'll be back to the 47-yard line. 2nd down 15 for JCM going left to right here in this second quarter. 6:50 to go in the first half. Milan leads at 7-0. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey here with you on the Victory 93.7 in the 5-yard step off against the Cougars of JCM, who come into this game 1-4. And we said their record is so deceiving. They are very talented, fast, big team up front. Timeout. We got a timeout called by JCM. I believe that timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So we'll take a break here with 6:50 to go here in the first half. Milan leads at 7-0 on the Victory 93.7.
Each fall.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
That timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan Bulldogs lead the JCM Cougars 7-0. 6:50 to go here in this first half. Milan won the toss, deferred to the second half. They had a 4th down stop against JCM, and in 2 plays, Milan took it 61 yards on their first possession. A 61-yard run by Jaden Pete, and that point was good, and that's where we stand at 7-0 in this second quarter, brought to you by Premier Dental. Williams, shotgun formation. Fakes, a little swing pass over to the left side. Terrence Moses there to tackle him and knock him out of bounds. Good coverage there by Terrence Moses.
Great job.
They did the swing pass around the left side trying to get outside the perimeter, but number 4, Terrence Moses, was not fooled by that. He showed some great speed and great coverage and some great closing speed there that put him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, good play there coming out of the timeout for JCM. They're trying to get the ball, quick little outplay to their tight end, Jalen Eckford. Good pass, good catch. Moses coming from his free safety position, came right up, made the tackle, gain of 5. 3rd down, 10 to go. JCM going left to right from the Bulldog 42-yard line. 6 minutes to go till half.
The announcer trying to get the Bulldog fans up. Snap, quarterback sprinting this way, looking, going to turn it up. He's got running room. He'll cut it inside, and Jaden Peake says, have a seat. Jaden Peake was sprinting to his left and saw the quarterback running and turned and got Williams and put him down at the 35-yard line. I think we got another legal procedure penalty against JCM. Milan may turn that down unless they call it a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, I think they asked Coach Comer. He said, illegal shift. He said, let's go ahead and move them back 5 yards, make it 3rd and 15.
Quarterback Williams was sprinting. I think it was a quarterback keeper all the way. He looked like he was looking with the ball, but I think he's running it all the way around the right side. Got outside the perimeter, and then he cut it inside, and that helped Milan because Jaden Peake from his linebacker position was there to put him down. So it's 3rd down 15, back at the 47-yard line, at the Milan 47-yard line. third down, 15 for the JCM Cougars.
Yeah, big play here for that Bulldog defense and for JCM as well. They want to maintain some momentum here. Third down, 15 to go from the Bulldog 47-yard line.
High back to both shoulders of Williams. Back to throw. Rush coming. He'll step up. Got a man open over there on the out route at the 30-yard line. He'll catch it. Was he inbounds? The official said no. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. The ball goes out of bounds. It was incomplete. Did not catch it. So it's fourth down and 15. And that's a good reason for taking the penalty. You back them up. You stop them. You put them in the punt formation. Had you not, they could have had chances to make the first down.
Right.
So JCM going to kick it. That line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line of Milan.
Yeah, good coverage there by Tyree Armstrong at his cornerback position for the Bulldogs. It was a good play by JCM. They had great coverage on there, great protection for the quarterback. Just overthrew him out of bounds. Good job. Bulldogs make it fourth down, 10 to go.
JCM late to get a plot up back in for the punt protector. Punter kind of has a short drop, not that far back, a little soccer style. He step to his right, kick it end over end, hit inside the 20, bounce up and go out of bounds outside the 15-yard line. Kick it way away from Sonny Johnson. He had no chance to get that one. So it'll be first and 10, Milan at the 18-yard line. Line of scrimmage was the 47-yard line, so Milan will take it at first and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Plenty of time for Milan to get another score, 5-17. The rush has been tough for JCM by quarterback for the Milan Bulldogs, number 8, Zach Summers, that had to hurry some throws. They'd like to see him get that passing game going.
Yeah, once again, great job of that Bulldog defense being tasked with a short field there for JCM. Didn't give up any yards, gets the ball back for the offense. First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 18-yard line. Carson Kelly in at tailback, Zach Summers at quarterback.
Kelly to the left shoulder of Summers, takes the snap. Quarterback Summers going to keep it. He'll turn it upfield, be now about the 20-yard line, and that'll be all. Maybe a yard or two at best. Summers faked it to Carson Kelly going left to right, and then Summers, the quarterback, kind of took it off of his hip, being Carson Kelly's hip. They give him 1 yard on the play, second down and 9.
Moses coming into the game for Manny Pittman. I don't know anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little end around here. Moses coming in motion, maybe getting the ball with a head of steam. Let's see if that's what we see here for the Bulldogs to try to offset that good pursuit by JCM.
I like that call, Coach. Good call. Summer shotgun formation. Fakes, gives it to his running back. Coming across the middle, out across the 25, near the 30-yard line. Carson Kelly, and JCM says they have the ball.
I don't know if they're going to rule a fumble or if they're going to rule it down. They're going to rule a fumble.
That's the second fumble from Milan tonight. Second one, I think, for Carson Kelly.
Yep. JCM going to take over first and 10 inside the Bulldogs' 30-yard line. Carson Kelly, good run right up the middle. Looks like he was trying to dive for extra yardage, and it was knocked away and recovered by JCM. Bulldogs defense once again with their backs against the wall here. Going to have first and 10 for JCM at the Bulldog 28-yard line. 4:30 to go here till half. Bulldogs up 7-0.
JCM first and 10 at the Milan 28-yard line.
A little confusion for JCM. They still haven't gotten to the line of scrimmage, under 5 seconds to go, and they are all out of timeout.
I don't think he's looking at the play clock, and it goes down. The play clock has expired, but no call from the official. Right back takes it around the right side. Jaden Peete there to put him down. Whoever's watching the play clock wasn't watching it because it expired.
It expired.
And they still had 2 or 3 seconds before they ran the play, and no call on the play.
Pete came up from his linebacker position to make the tackle, limiting the gain to only 1. So second down, 9 to go from the 27-yard line. 4:10 to go here in the second quarter.
That time, Williams gave it to the halfback. We don't see that a lot, but he gave it to the halfback coming left to right. So second down 9, JCM at the Milan 27-yard line. Pistol formation, running back behind Williams, the quarterback. Now Williams going to get under center this time. Step up under center. Sprints, gives it to his running back, trying to bounce it outside. He'll be hit there. Good job. Good inside-out pursuit there by Milan. Big 75, Mason Allen. 22, the running back. Quarterback Williams was under center, sprinting down the line of scrimmage and gives it to 22, trying to get out the outside off the left tackle. But Mason Allen showed good speed for a big man to put him down there. It'll be third down and 8 at the Milan 26-yard line.
Yeah, Mason Allen from his defensive tackle position. Good job there by the defensive line to just kind of keep that play, just keep stretching out so somebody can make a play. Third down, 8 to go for JCM, just outside the 20-yard line, 25-yard line.
Yeah, Allen playing nose guard this time with a 5-man front. Shotgun formation, runner coming up the right guard, and Milan there to put him down. A halfback took the handoff from Williams, number 22, the ball carrier over right guard is Tayshawn Curry. He'll have the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 6 for JCM.
Manny Pittman there from the defensive end position. All right, big 4th down here, big 4th down call. They're going to go for it. They don't have the kicking ability here, so 2:40 to go as the clock ticks till half. Bulldogs up 7-0. JCM still looking to the sideline for the play. They have no timeout. Play clock under 15 seconds. Big 4th down here for both teams.
Bulldogs have had 2 4th down stops here in this first half. Shotgun Williams, halfback to his right shoulder. Twin receivers right. Williams back to throw. Steps, looking, goes to the middle of the field, and it is incomplete.
Intercepted. Oh, hey, good play there. It wasn't intercepted by Hollingsworth. He had a chance. He would have been a touchback. Great job there. You had number 9 Tavon Harrell at safety on the inside of the receiver. You had Ty Hollingsworth trailing from behind. Great coverage there by that Bulldog secondary. Another time that Bulldog defense comes up, just clutch there for the Bulldogs. Once again, put in a bad position. Once again,
another Jack Holland 4th down stop on a Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment. That's the 3rd 4th down stop. And he was right in the receiver, right at the goal line in the middle of the field, but had 2 defenders there from Milan, as Scott said, one in front, one in back, and knocked it away. Good job there by the defense of Milan.
Pete in
there at tailback to the right shoulder of the quarterback Summers. Here's Pete out across the 30, running out across near the 35. A spin out of a tackle, but be down at the 35-yard line. Jaden Pete be close to that 1st down. He has such a quick burst. I think he'll move those chains, and that'll be an S&S Insurance 1st down. They do move those chains, and it's a 1st down from Milan.
Bulldogs getting on the ball quickly. Going to try to run something quick while JCM's confused on defense.
Shotgun for Summers. Looks to throw. A little quick pass and a flag on the play. Hit the slot man from Milan, number 11 on the left side. Jay Donaldson was open. Little quick hitter there, but a flag on the play.
That's going to get Jaden Cole, number 7, going a little too early from his receiver position there, or he lined up offsides, actually. So that's the 2nd time tonight, one for JCM, one for Milan, where we've had players that have lined up offsides on the offensive side of the ball. So that's an S&S Insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance 686-8334. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 30-yard line. Clock ticks with 1:50 to go here till half. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Summers shotgun. One twin receiver is down. Here's that little quick hit to number 11. He's out to the 35, 36-yard line. He was the slot man. Jay Donaldson just kind of turned inside, was open there. Gets good yardage out to the 36. No huddle for Milan. Pick up a 6. It's 2nd down and 9 for Milan to quickly to the line of scrimmage.
If they're going to give it to you.
Summers back to throw. Looking. Moses. There's Terrence Moses on that drag route across the middle of the field. He's hit at the 50-yard line, but never went down and knocked out of bounds. Another S&S Insurance 1st down. Milan quickly to the line of scrimmage. Just Terrence Moses came across the middle of the field, much like Manny Pittman did plays ago, and that time Moses caught it, turned it upfield, not at midfield.
I don't know why the referee signaled for the clock to keep going. He obviously went out of bounds.
Summers back to throw. Rush coming. Goes to the middle of the field. Complete to Jaden Peak. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. What'd he do? Jaden Peak takes it 50 yards on the pass from Zach Summers for the Bulldog touchdown.
That play right there, JCM, they decided they were going to bring a blitz there and pressured Summers right up the middle. Offensive line did a good job to give Summers enough time to look over his receivers around. They found Pete running that seam route right down the middle of the field, caught it in stride, made one man miss, took it all the way down for another Bulldog touchdown. Bulldogs up 13-0. Aiden Pennington coming on for the extra point.
3 plays, 50 yards. Snap, place down. The ball was short on the snap, but the holder able to get it down. That's number 84, the Bulldogs holder, Ivan Braswell, and he puts it down. The kick is good. That kick brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Bodies. We said the touchdown by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. It was 105 to go in the first half. Milan ups their lead 14-0 here in the victory, 93-7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
WTKB Atwood Milan.
Well, let's see. Milan's had 2 scoring drives. The first one was 2 plays, 61 yards. That one was 3 plays, 50 yards for the touchdown. What a job by Milan. Winning that quick offense, no huddle. I think it confused JCM. They're never able to get set defensively. That time, the 50-yard pass right in the middle of the field to Jaden Pete. He took it the distance, took it to the house, running toward the chow wagon and the scoreboard. So it's Milan up 14-0. Pennington, number 31 for Milan, the kick from the near hash this time.
I think they're going to let him kick it deep this time.
Yep. High driving kick to the near side, and he'll field it inside the 10-yard line. Go back to the 5 to get it. He'll go across the field there. Milan got to hit him at the 10-yard line. Great coverage by Milan. The return man had to come all the way to the near side at the 5-yard line to pick it up, and as he went across the field, Milan, a lot of purple people that are there to put him down at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, JCM at their own 10.
JCM had brought their returners up to the 15 and 20-yard line. Pennington decided to kick it deep, kicked it. The returner had to field it on a bounce near the corner of the sideline. Ty Hollingsworth's first guy down there to make a play on him, finished up by number 21, Jalen Vinson, there to make the tackle for the Bulldogs. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line, going left to right for JCM. 59 seconds to go to half. Bulldogs up 14-0.
JCM, single wide outs to both sides. Quarterback Williams is going to be under center. Behind him will be running back 22, Tayshawn Terrell. Williams takes the snap, goes back, gives it to the running back. That's number 3. He'll bounce it outside the 10, out near the 15-yard line is number 3, LaCavian Cole, the senior halfback. He'll be shy of the 15-yard line. A pickup of, let's see where they put it down. So a pickup of 3, he'll be 2nd down 7 for JCM.
Yeah, Ty Hollingsworth there came back from his outside linebacker position to make the tackle. Coach Comer and the Bulldogs are going to call a timeout here, thinking that JCM might be trying to just run the ball out, get to half. Coach Comer calls his first timeout for the Bulldogs, his Security Bank and Trust timeout.
So we'll take a timeout. Bulldogs lead it 14-0, 45 seconds to go here in the first half on the Victory 93-7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Bulldogs lead it 14-0 over the JCM Cougars from Jackson, Tennessee. Play made 3 yards, 2nd down 7 out to the 13-yard line, their own 13-yard line. Milan stopped the clock, maybe to see if they could get another possession, see what JCM's going to do. My JCM is out of timeouts, so Williams is going to be in the shotgun with a running back behind him, the pistol formation. Waits for the snap, takes it, turns, gives it to the running back, coming off a right tackle. He'll lower his shoulder, be out to the 20-yard line, and his helmet comes off as well. Be out to the 20. It'll be about 3rd down and 1 to go, and the running back will have to come out. Number 22, I think it is. His helmet came off. That's 22, the starting running back, Tayshawn Curry. And we got a Milan player down in the backfield of the JCM backfield. I think it's Manny Pippin. So we got an injured player. Maybe it's just a cramp. It looks like they're going to deal with his leg, and hopefully it's just a cramp. So we'll take a break on the timeout here. Milan leading 14-0, 28 seconds to go here in the first half on the Victory 93-7.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
Manny Pittman, number 87, the big defensive end, tight end, had some cramps, and they were able to get him up and off the field in his own power. So the injury timeout. 28 seconds to go here in the first half. Milan leads at 14-0. Milan scored on their first possession in the first quarter. 2 plays, 61-yard touchdown run by Jaden Pete, and point was good, 61-0. 61 yards. 7-0.
Good to me.
That's good.
I'll take it.
It was 61 yards. And then just moments ago, Milan a 50-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Pete right up the middle of the field. The kick was good, and Milan leads it now 14-0. I want to remind you, our halftime guest at halftime will be the Milan High School boys and girls soccer coach, Molly Anderson, who does both the boys and girls, and Addie Byers, the Milan High School girls basketball coach. They'll be our guest at halftime, talk about their season and what's going on for their program this year at Milan High School. 3rd down 1 for JCM. Turns, gets it to his halfback in the backfield. Comes around right guard. He'll have his first down. Kind of sidestepping there. Number 3, the running back, LaCavian Cole, took it over right guard. They'll run the clock, even though they're moving the chains. 20 seconds to go in this first half. A Milan leading 14-0, but JCM doesn't seem to be in any hurry to get the play off.
Yeah, let's see if that's going to be the last play of the half or not. Yeah, they're in no hurry. They're lining up, but they're in no rush here.
5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. I don't believe JCM's going to run a play. And that will be the end of the first half. Milan leads at 14-0. This second quarter been brought to you by Premier Dental. Bulldogs lead at 14-0. Our halftime will be brought to you by Precision Auto Body and Mandy Pierce for Circuit Court Clerk. Stay tuned for our special guest here on the Victory 93.7.
Let your smile say it all at Elite Dental Care. Keep your nerves intact for the big game with Elite Dental Care's sedation dentistry options, ensuring comfort in your dental care. Leave with your smile shining brighter than the Friday night lights with same-day whitening treatments or veneers. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Attention to defense.
Back in our halftime, brought to you by Precision Auto Body and Mandy Pierce for Circuit Court Clerk. Beautiful evening, 65 degrees at the Victories. We've got lots of halftime scores, so let's jump in here and tell you all about it. South Gibson in a very important Region 7 4A game tonight in Medina, and they have answered the bell in the first half. South Gibson leads Dyer County 21-0. Peabody Union City, a good one. Milan goes to Union City next week. Peabody 14, Union City 7 at the break. It's all Dresden in the second quarter. They lead at Humboldt 35-6. Greenfield leads West Carroll 16-0. McKenzie 22, Chester County 7. Crockett County and Northside tied at 14. Lexington at the half leads Southside 21-20. USJ over Harding Academy 23-0. Jackson Christian leads Tipton Rosemark 35-6. Here's a good one tonight in Martin. They've got about 3 minutes to go in the half. Lausanne 22, Westview 19. It's all Dyersburg 28-0 over O'Brien Central. Haywood leads Fayette Ware 22-8. Halls and Fayette Academy tied at the half at 7. Brewston and Collinwood tied at 22. Brentwood leads Henry County 16-14, and it's Hardin County over ECS 21-7 at the half. Coming up after the game, it is the 6th edition of the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show with your scores and reports until 11 o'clock. Let's get you back to the Bill Haney press box, Johnny Hill Stadium. Here's Sam McElroy.
Thank you, Robin. Again, after the game tonight, the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Here have all the scores and the wrap-up of all the games around West Tennessee, and in fact, the entire state of Tennessee, so you stay tuned here on the Victory 93.7. Scoring very quickly, Milan with 6:53 to go in the first quarter, a 61-yard touchdown run by Jaden Pink. Aiden Pennington's kick was good. It was 7-0, and then with 1:05 to go in the first half, a 50-yard touchdown pass from Zach Summers to Jaden P. right up the middle of the field, and the seam is a 50-yard touchdown pass and run. Kick was good. Milan leads it 14-0 here at halftime. Our halftime guest, our first halftime guest, we have two tonight. It's Molly Anderson, who's the Milan High School boys and girls soccer coach. I can't imagine coaching two teams. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
So how many years you been at Milan?
This is my third year.
Third year, and where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. Then I came down here, and then I coached at South Gibson for about 6 years, and then I came on over to Milan.
Well, good to have you in the Purples down here. Good to have you here.
I love it.
Been to Buffalo, New York. We did some, when I was here at First Baptist Milan, we did some mission trips in Buffalo years ago, and we got to go to Niagara Falls, and also it was a great experience up there, and of course, the Buffalo Bills doing pretty well.
Go Bills. Yeah.
I knew that'd bring a smile. So tell us a little about your soccer program. You're right in the middle of the season. You got a few games left and in the tournament. Tell us about where you are in the soccer program here.
Yeah, this has been a really good season for us. It's been a big one. Our girls have not always been very successful, and so we've been working really hard to kind of rebuild that program. And this year we are 5-5 right now. We're one game away from having the most girls in soccer, or most wins in soccer girls history. So we have 2 more regular season games next week to kind of hopefully achieve that record that we've been trying to set. And that's a huge improvement. My first year we had 0 wins. Last year we had 2 wins, and this year we're sitting at 5.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So a little bit about your season. How many matches do you have during the soccer season?
So we typically, I try to schedule around 13. Our max is 16, but soccer's hard on the body. So when you're trying to do 16, that's maxing out. So we sit about 13, and then we'll roll into regular season.
Do you, on your home matches, you play here on Johnny Hill Stadium?
Yes, we do. Yep.
And that's got to be an advantage.
Oh, it is so nice. It is nice. It is an advantage because a lot of other teams are playing on grass, so the ball doesn't move quite the same as it does on turf, so that plays to our advantage. It just moves a little bit quicker, and we're used to it and the spacing.
I'm sure when you're girls and guys, both boys and girls soccer team, when y'all play in a road gauge, you wish you were back here.
Oh, yes. We're like, what is this?
So tell us about, you said the girls at 5 wins on the year. We'll talk about the tournament and all in a moment. Tell us about the boys you're doing thus far.
They had a great season the last 2 years. We went to sectionals. The boys they had the most wins in boys soccer history. They had 15 wins last year. We were 15-6-1. Went to sectionals again. I had a very outstanding senior group. I had 10 all-starters, so that's a hit. But,
wow.
We have a big freshman group coming in that are just as hungry and excited and talented, and so it'll kind of be like starting over, but they're ready to kind of step in.
So how tough is it to lose? I can't imagine. You had 10 seniors, and then you kind of regroup or whatever. How tough is that?
That's hard because you have to start all over. And that group has played together for so long and had the chemistry, and then they were strong players, and then to lose that and have to rebuild. But I've done it before, and we'll do it again, and we'll be just fine.
So what's the record of the boys this far?
Well, we haven't started. We played Spring, yeah.
That's right. My girl boys play spring. I get confused because, boy, you play fall golf in Tennessee, and I'm from Alabama, and they play spring golf. So every state is different in what they play. So you got boys. So that's fortunate that you just got the girls in the fall and the guys in the spring.
Yes. Yeah, there's no way I can do both at the same time. Not at all.
So tell us about the girls. Will soon have tournament time. How does that set up? Is it by wins, the placement? Who plays who? How does it come?
Yeah, so we have 6 teams in our district. We are currently 3rd in our district. And then when we'll actually be hosting the district tournament this year, we kind of do that on a rotation. So depending on the seeding, you will have a play-in game. So 6 and 5 seed get to have an opportunity to play into the tournament, and then it'll go into a semifinal and then a final game. And then they always take the top 2 to region. And so then you'll go Scottsdale, Riverside, Adamsville, that direction. And then they also take the top 2 from that as well, and then move on.
So you're hosting the region tournament, and then you move on if you got to finish first or second to move on, right?
We'll host district.
District,
yes.
And then you move on to the region.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So you got to finish in the top 2. I know everybody listening are football fans and all, or baseball or basketball or golf. It's all different, but so you've got to finish in the top 2 of the district, which is going to be here, and that's got to be a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, it's nice, and you know, us having the turf, we've had to travel to other places that don't have turf, and they have grass, and we're having to push district playoff games because of weather, and so it is kind of nice. You are kind of guaranteed, hey, rain or shine, we get to get our games in by our deadlines.
I hate to admit this. I took soccer in college just as an elective. I've never been kicked so many times in my life. I just thought that's what it was all about, getting kicked, you know, when you're trying to kick the ball. And I have grandsons in Texas that played. I've been out to watch them, and it's really enjoyable. You know, I finally got a handle on, you know, what they're doing, you know. It's really enjoyable sport to watch from a fan standpoint.
Yeah.
And I never really I've seen it on television but didn't understand it. But once my son in Texas, who, of course, played ball here, but told me about it, I could understand it. It's really a great game to watch.
It really is. And I think people need to come out more and watch it. I think we kind of picked up more fans because the boys were doing so well last year. And more people came out, and they were like, wait, I'm addicted now. Like, I have to keep coming. And then the girls are doing so well, and they were like, this is so fun to watch. And I think if they just give it a chance and come out, it is a very fun sport to watch. And you talk about the getting kicked all the time. I have a couple of football players that played last year, and they were like, why does this sport hurt so much? I'm like, you play football, and it's not the same.
Our halftime guest is Molly Anderson, the boys and girls soccer coach at Milan High School. So the girls are in the fall, the boys are in the spring. How much time away do you get when you got to start back up? How soon after January 1st do you start with the boys?
Oh, we try to have some open facilities right away because, you know, we're really not technically allowed to practice till February, our start date. So we have some open facilities and do some stuff, but we start in February and roll.
Yeah, I remember baseball. My boys played baseball here. Usually back in those days, TWSAA, around Valentine's. It was around Valentine's when they could start baseball. I don't know what it is now, but it used to be around that time. So I just can't imagine. You're coaching girls in the fall, and then you turn around and coaching boys in the spring.
Yeah, there's very little downtime.
It keeps you out of trouble. You know, our guest is Coach Molly Anderson, soccer coach, Milan boys and girls soccer. Tell us about your experiences. Do you teach subjects at Milan?
I am our special populations coordinator at the high school. So I'm kind of over all of that and dealing with that and working with children. And so I'm also in Coach Byers, who we'll talk here in a minute. We are advisors for our Best Buddies program, which is a program that it tries to do and create inclusion in a more inclusive environment and school community for those students with and without disabilities. So we kind of do that too. We had a tailgate today right before the game.
So, being from Buffalo, New York, have you learned to say y'all yet, like the Southerners do?
I have. I picked it up, and I don't say pop anymore. So I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's funny. Up there they call soft drinks pop. That's right. That's funny.
Yeah.
So good to have you with us again. Our guest Molly Anderson, the boys and girls, the soccer coach. Girls still in season. Boys will be in the spring. So best of luck to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Glad to have you. We'll take a break. Come back. Our next guest will be Eddie Byers, the girls basketball coach here at Milan High School. Back in a moment on the Victory 93.7.
Side at the half, 21-20. Crockett and Northside are tied at 14. Westview kicks a field goal at halftime. So Westview and Lausanne are tied 22-22 up in Martin. Haywood County at the break now leads Fayette Ware 30-16. Those some of the updates. And again, all the finals coming up after the game on the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Let's go back down to Johnny Hill Stadium with Sam McElroy and Scott Massey.
Thanks, Robin. This is Scott Massey here. We're at halftime of Homecoming 2025. Bulldogs are up 14-0 over JCM. We are lucky to be here with Milan High School girls basketball coach, Coach Addie Byers. Thank you for joining us here at halftime tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So just tell us a little bit about girls basketball season. Y'all probably starting practicing now, or that's coming up pretty soon, I'm assuming?
Coming up, we don't get to start official practice until November, but we can do a couple of things. We're pretty limited on what we can do, so a lot of conditioning, lifting, shooting, open facility type things right now.
All right. So just tell us a little bit about what to expect from the girls basketball team this year.
Yeah, I have 17 girls this year, 1 senior, 7 juniors, and then the rest are freshmen and sophomores. And so I was thinking about this on the way up here. This is the first year that everybody on this team has played for me. They're every year in high school. So hopefully what you'll see is some of the things that we wanted to implement and the style of play that we've been working towards. I thought that we had a really good summer of basketball. We went and played a lot. I really like my upperclassmen. They've all stepped up in a variety of ways. So I'm excited to get to the point where we can practice, because that's the fun part, and they're ready for that too, I think.
Well, maybe fun for you being the coach, maybe not as fun on the girls.
Yeah, they like
there.
the game part of it.
That's right. So who are some players that you're hoping to get some contribution from this year and maybe even lead the team for you? And I know you said you just have 1 senior, but who are you hoping maybe can step up in that leadership role?
Several girls. We like to play pretty fast, and so we'll run not an incredibly deep rotation, but our senior is Tara Neely. She played a lot. She was our most improved player last year. She just completely shifted and changed a lot of things and earned some big minutes, and she'll have a big role, especially defensively for us. We've tried to develop a few more offensive threats for us. Our juniors, any of them, I could name them all, and they will all have big roles for us and big minutes. A lot of returning starters. Tiana Atkinson was one of our all-district players. Piper DePriest playing soccer right now. Ava Reed, she missed the second half of our season. She was our point guard. She had an injury, and so she didn't get to come back. But I'm excited to see her healthy and able to contribute. And then I have a couple others, Allie Grant, big minutes for us, Ari Metcalf. It's just all of them. All of our juniors and seniors will play some big minutes for us this year.
So this year, y'all are going to be in a new district.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting from that? What are you looking forward to in having some new district opponents?
Yeah, it was a nice feeling getting out of the district with however many 11-time state champions in a row with Westview and Gibson County. But we don't get much of a break because we're with Huntington and Waverly and Camden, so those are going to be some really tough challenges for us. But it's neat. It'll give us a chance to see and play some different people, so I think that we're excited about that. We had our district coaches meeting the other day and kind of worked out the kinks for our tournament and set up and all that, so we're excited to see how this goes.
So when does the official start to the season begin where Bulldogs fans can look forward to the start of y'all's season?
November 20th. We have a girls-only game at home, and then we're kind of rolling after that. We really get, into it heavy in December, but we'll start a little bit in November.
All right, well, we're going to have to cut a little short here with halftime. Looks like they're getting ready to start back here in the next few minutes here. So, Coach Byers, what's the last thing you want to leave the Bulldogs fans to know about this girls basketball team in this upcoming season?
I hope that we have the continued support that we've had the last couple of years. That's been growing every year, and these kids work hard. Gosh, they work hard all year round. They don't get really an off season because they're with me all year during the school year. So I hope that people continue to come and support them. I think they're going to be fun to watch.
Coach Byers, thank you for stopping by and talking to us about your team. We look forward to the upcoming season and the potential that the girls have, and we appreciate all that you do, and thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
All right, we've got about 30 seconds to go here, so we'll take one final break, and we'll come back to the start of the second half between Milan and JCM.
This is Scott Guy.
Let your smile say it all at Elite Dental Care. Keep your nerves intact for the big game with Elite Dental Care's sedation dentistry options, ensuring comfort in your dental care. Leave with your smile shining brighter than the Friday night lights with same-day whitening treatments or veneers. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Halftime was brought to you by Precision Auto Body and Mandy Pierce, the Circuit Court Clerk. Third quarter brought to you by Clinty's Auto Repair. Bulldogs won the toss, deferred to the second half. We're setting the second half starting with Milan leading 14-0. JCM going left to right. Here in this third quarter, Milan will be their backs to the John Wayne Tucker Fieldhouse, facing the scoreboard. So JCM will kick from the far hash. Number 81 for JCM is their kicker. That's Walker McAree. The kicker, he's a junior. He'll kick it from the far hash across the way. A driving kick across the field, and Milan will field out to 25. Running room across the 30 and be spun down there. Good hard run there. Number 40, was that 40?
Yep, Caden Arrington.
Number 40 just came up running in there. Good job by Caden Arrington, but they will spin him down there by Milan with good field position, starting right to left here in this first possession right at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Milan. Milan went in a quick offense there late in the second quarter and scored with 1:05 to go in the half with a 50-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Peak, that seam route that they've been successful with earlier in the year. So here's the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10, going right to left. Milan going to put twin receivers to the right. Sonny Johnson will be in the slot, and number 7, Jaden Cole, is a wide out to the right. One halfback to the left shoulder, Zach Summers. That's Carson Kelly. He'll take it, come across the 30, out near the 35, running room out near the 40, to be spun down there about the 41-yard line. Good hard run there by Carson Kelly, number 21, on the tackle. This Lionel Champion. That first down brought to you by S&H Insurance. One play and one first down, just like that for the Milan Bulldogs.
Yeah, good job right there, coming right out of half, establishing the run. Good run, hard run by Carson Kelly there, running behind that right side of that offensive line. You got Mason Allen and Briar Smith over there opening up a hole. S&S Insurance first down. Bulldogs 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line, going right to left, up 14-0 here in the third quarter.
Sonny Johnson wide left, number 7 for the Milan Bulldogs. Jaden Cole wide right, have a slot man to the right side. That's the short side of the field. Summer shotgun formation. They'll bring the slot man in motion, number 11, coming this way. They'll turn and give it to Carson Kelly. He's hit and bounce off a tackle, hit. And again, he kept bouncing off of tacklers, took it over center, and kept bouncing down the line of scrimmage down the left side, was able to get something out of nothing out to about the 43, 44-yard line, a pickup of 3, second down 7 for Milan. Carson Kelly just would not go down. He took it up the middle and then just bouncing down the line of scrimmage before they brought him down about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, good tough run there by Carson to get the gain of 3. Yeah, like you said, he just kept bouncing off people, bouncing off defenders, kept trying to kick it outside, wound up getting pushing forward for a gain of 3. Good job there.
Twin receivers right, wing back right, and the halfback is Carson Kelly. He's in the backfield. 64 was not fooled. He was there about the time that Carson Kelly got the handoff. At 64, I don't have a 64 on the JCM roster.
Well, I don't either, Stan.
But it was still 64 that made the tackle. Back in the backfield, loss of 3. It'll be third down, possession down for Milan. Third down and 10, back at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Manny Pittman and Michael Moore are going to come out, going to bring in number 4, Terrence Moses, and number 7, Jaden Cole, going to come in, receivers for the Bulldogs on this 3rd and 10.
So Carson Kelly, the halfback to the left shoulder of Zach Summers. JCM showing 6 men across the front. Snap. Fly route to the near side of the field. It's called by Sonny Johnson. He's hit, and that's going to be a targeting call against the JCM. As Sonny Johnson caught it at the JCM 35-yard line down the near sideline, he had to wait on it. The ball was a little underthrown, and they were able to kind of stand him up there, and they hit him headgear to headgear. I think they had the 15-yard penalty. That penalty brought to you by S&S Insurance. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance company. Call our friends at S&S Insurance this week. We'll see what they call. But they hit him. He caught it at the 35-yard line, and then the headgear to headgear, we'll see.
Yeah, good play there for the Bulldogs on that 3rd and 10 from the 41. Summers dropped back to pass. Good protection to Sonny. He was the slot receiver there, ran a corner route to the sideline, had to wait on it just a little bit, but he was wide open, made the catch, knew he was going to get hit, and boy, did he get hit enough for a penalty, they're going to call a targeting call on JCM, so you're going to tack 15 yards onto that. Sonny caught it at the 35, add 15 to that. Bulldogs going to have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. That penalty brought to you by S&S Insurance, 686-8334.
Now, again, you made a great point. He knew he was going to get hit. It's like making a fair catch. He had to wait on it. He was open, but had to wait on it, and then when it arrived, the defender was there to knock him out of bounds, headgear to headgear. Here's Zach Summers, turns, gives it to Carson Kelly on the right side, outside right tackle. Now near the 15-yard line. They hit him about the 16, 17-yard line. So Milan on the move, their 5th play of this drive. It started back at the, 30-yard line, back at the 30-yard line. So Milan now knocking on the door inside that High Point Storage red zone at the 17-yard line. Play made 3 yards, 2nd down 7. Milan right to left here in this third quarter as you look at your radio. And as I always say, if you're not looking at your radio, they're still going right to left. I don't know why I say that, but whatever. Bulldogs in the all-purple tonight. JCM green pants, white jerseys, gold headgears. As we said, I bet Stevie Ray Heyman's looking at them gold headgears tomorrow when Notre Dame goes to Fayetteville to play the Arkansas Hogs. Summers shotgun formation. Carson Kelly to the right shoulder. He'll take the handoff and maybe have a yard at best. Nothing really going there. Milan just didn't get the blocking there that they needed. And they're able to put him down shy of the 15-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory. Jaden Peete going to come back in the ball game. A great alternating situation for Milan this year, running back. Carson Kelly, Jaden Peete, they're different, but yet they're both effective.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the stats, Carson Kelly and Jaden Peete are only separated by around 2 or 3 carries for the entire season, so a great balance there. On this drive, it's been all Carson Kelly. He's going to come off and get a good, well-deserved break here. 3rd down, 5 to go for the Bulldogs, maybe 6 to go from the 16-yard line inside that High Point Storage red zone. Maybe even 4-down territory here for the Bulldogs.
Twin receivers left. Pittman is the slot man. Turns, gives it to Peete. Tucks it inside. Down to the 10-yard line. He'll be close to that 1st down. He just had a head of steam. Number 64 on the tackle. His helmet comes off again. He'll have to come off. I think Peete may have the 1st down. Let's see.
I think they're going to rule him 1 yard short. So 4th down and 1 here. Moses going to come out. We're going to bring Michael White in, maybe for a lead block. 4th down, 1 to go. Bulldogs at the JCM 11-yard line. 7:30 to go as the clock ticks here in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0.
JCM been showing a 6-man front while they're going to goal line defense. It'll be 4th and 1 for Milan just outside the 10-yard line. Jaden Peete to the left shoulder of Summers, the quarterback. They'll give it to Jaden Peete. They'll drive inside the 10. They'll have his 1st down. Good push by the right side of the offensive line by Milan. You can just see purple players pushing the white jerseys back off the line of scrimmage. A good push by the right side of the offensive line there. Mason Allen and others pushing there. And so it'll be 1st and goal Milan inside that High Point Storage red zone down about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal Milan at the 8-yard line of JCM going right to left here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and that's something when you know that the defense knows who's going to get the ball, where it's going to go, and you can still get 3 or 4 yards and get that 1st down. Great job by that offensive line. Mason Allen now at center for the Bulldogs there.
Snap, gives it to Jaden Peete, tries to bounce it outside. He's hit in the backfield and lost yardage. Number 2 in the backfield was not fooled that Jaden Peete was going to have the ball. That's Jordan Williams, a senior, number 2, tackles Jaden Peete by. Line of scrimmage was the 8. It's back to the 11. That's a 3-yard loss. So it's 2nd down and goal from the 11-yard line. And Terrence Moses and number 11, Jay Donaldson, comes in for the Bulldogs. 45, Michael White, and Pittman, 87, come out from Milan. Milan breaks the huddle. They'll send number 7 for the Bulldogs, Jaden Cole, wide right. You got 3 receivers, count them, 3 receivers to the near side, the wide side of the field. Sonny Johnson is the extreme wide out to the left to the wide side of the field. Turns, gives it to Jaden Peete inside the 10-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage about the 8, and that'll be all.
One thing this drive is doing is that the Bulldogs are chewing up some clock. The clock is already already halfway through the 3rd quarter here, with the clock ticking to 5:30 to go. It's going to be 3rd down and go for the Bulldogs at the 9-yard line. Let's see if what the Bulldogs have drawn up here. Got to think maybe this is 4-down territory as well, Sam. Not really sure if this is inside Pennington's range or not, but either way, we'll see what the Bulldogs do here on 3rd and 9, 5:20 to go.
3rd down and goal inside that High Point Storage red zone. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Peete, the running back for Zach Summers. Summers back to throw. Blitz coming. He'll avoid the rusher, throw it, and it's complete at the 5-yard line and be upended there. Good job by Zach Summers. He had a man in his face and about to knock him down, and he's able to get it to Jay Donaldson at the 5-yard line. And it is complete, but it's 4th and goal at the 5. Will Milan go for the field goal with Pennington? And they are going to do that. They're going to send the field goal. And I like the call because it gives him some experience here. He showed a great leg last week at Gibson County. All his extra points were good. He had 2 kickoffs that were deep, one in the end zone, one inside the 5. So I like this call. Up 14-0. It puts you up 3 scores. If you make the field goal, it gives him some great experience.
They're going to place this down at the right hash, going right to left, 4th and 5 from the 5. Place it down at the 12.
Waits for the snap. It's short, but he'll put it down, and it is blocked. The snap was bad. It was on the ground. The holder, Razzle, tried to pick it up, but by the time he did that, JCM was there to block it. And the 4th down stop, another Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment 4th down stop. That's the 4th one of the night. Milan has stopped JCM 3 times on 4th down, and that time JCM blocks the field goal. And this third quarter brought to you by Clemmies Auto Repair. 4:16 to go here in the third quarter, and Milan leading at 14-0. But Milan on their opening possession drives from the 30-yard line inside the 10 to the 5-yard line and then turned away on the field goal.
Yeah, I think, like you said, it was a low snap. It was hard for Braswell to handle there. He tried to just fall on it. Good decision there instead of making a bad situation worse. 1st and 10 for JCM going left to right from the Bulldogs at their own 16-yard line.
Williams under center with a halfback behind him, single wideouts to both sides. Turns, gives it to his running back coming around over left guard. He'll break a tackle at the point of attack and be out to about the 19-yard line. He'll be pick up about 3. Started this drive at the 16-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down 7.
Yeah, I've noticed every time they do put Williams under center, it is just a straight handoff to the tailback. So I think the Bulldogs maybe are also recognizing that. Good job there by Michael White to be the first guy to meet him there. For only a gain of 3, 2nd down 7 to go for JCM.
Single wideouts to both sides. Williams under center again with that halfback behind him. Barks out his cadence, takes it, splitting to this side. Got a man in the flats. It's open, and he dropped it. He was wide open at the 21-yard line, number 1, Jalen Eckford, and he tried to turn and run before he brought it in, and it's incomplete. He was wide open. He was the tight end on the right side and released to the right flat and was wide open, could have run a long way, and it's incomplete. 3rd down, possession down now for JCM. 3rd down 7 from their 19-yard line.
And just as I said, that every time that Williams lines up under center, they run a play action, and it worked perfectly. They had a guy wide open, Eckford. I mean, the closest guy was Moses as a safety. He was probably 20 yards away, and he just took his eye off the ball. Manny Pittman did a good job getting some pressure on the quarterback, maybe throwing it quicker than he wanted to. But either way, Bulldogs very fortunate there. 3rd down, 7 to go, 3:33 to go here in the 3rd.
Coach Brian Comer down there working with the center on the extra points and field goal. He didn't like what he saw. Special teams coach. So the 3rd down, JCM. Back to throw is Williams. Steps up, going long. Got a man on the far sideline over there, and it's knocked away. Good job there by number 3. Number 3 for the Milan Bulldogs. Tyree Armstrong was foot for foot with a wide receiver inside Milan territory at the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down 7, and Milan turns JCM away on 3 plays, and JCM sends in their punt formation. And the punt game has been quite a circus here tonight for both teams. Both punters have kicked short kicks, so we'll see what happens here. The JCM punter, a little more of the rugby style, kind of sprints to his right and then kicks it. Sonny Johnson's going to stand just inside Milan territory in midfield there.
Great job by Tyree Armstrong to defend that. He turned his head, turned to look for the ball, was step for step for the receiver, like you said, made a play on it, could have intercepted it. Good play there by Tyree.
Good snap from center. Nice kick this time. End-over-end kick. Sonny Johnson's going to catch it midfield. Looks for one room. Coming this way. Come around inside the 50, inside the 45, inside the 40, inside the 35. He gets out of bounds just near the 30-yard line. Good job of Sonny Johnson coming up, like I always say, catch the ball, make something happen, then let it hit the turf. He catches it at midfield, turns down the near sideline. It'll be 1st and 10 Milan at the JCM 32-yard line.
Another good job there by Jaden Pete on that. Great catch there by Sonny to come up, field the ball, tried to make a man miss. Pete, if he would have blocked the guy, would have got a block in the back, and that would have been a completely different field position. Pete did a good job to let his man go, let Sonny try to make the man miss on his own, which he did, outran into the corner, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 32-yard line of JCM, going right to left. 3:13 to go, 14-0 Bulldogs. We've got two tailbacks in the backfield. We got Moses on the left side of Summers and Pete on the right side. I'm going to say it's going to be a end around to the right side of Moses. That's what it is.
They give it to Terrence Moses going around the right side. He's outside, inside the 20, inside the 10, down the far sideline. You know what he did? He scored. Touchdown, Milan. Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line. One play, one touchdown. Brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Terrence Moses, with that speed, took the handoff, and he was off to the races around the right end, got to the sideline, used it to his benefit down the far sideline, inside that pylon, and it's a 32-yard touchdown run by number 4, Terrence Moses.
And on that play right there, they run it a couple times tonight and a few times this year. Pete is the lead blocking back on that, and he just lights his guy up, allows Moses to get through, and he just used his speed to get to the end zone. Pennington for the extra point.
Kick is there. It is good. Milan 21, JCM nothing. 3:04 to go here in this third quarter. Brought to you by Clemens Auto Repair. That extra point brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body. We'll take a break here in the Victory 93.7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
To worship God with us.
Terrence Moses takes it one play, 32 yards for the Bulldog touchdown. 3:04 to go here in this third quarter. Milan leads it 21-0. This kickoff brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body. Aiden Pennington to kick it from the near hash. And let's see if he'll kick it deep or do a little cross kick across the way.
I think he's going to kick it deep again. Way he's lined up.
Waits for the official signal. Milan's already been penalized once for kicking it too soon. This time he waits for the signal. End-over-end kick's going to go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That'll be a penalty, an S&S Insurance penalty for kicking it out of bounds. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance, 686-8334 for all your insurance needs. And JCM, because of the kick out of bounds, they get great field position here to start this drive. Bulldogs up now 21-0, 3:04 to go here in this third quarter.
JCM's going to elect to take the penalty there and take the ball 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. So they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 35, going left to right. 3:04 to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Wow, South Gibson up big, 35-0 against Dyer County, which is a pretty good ball club too. And they come into Medina, Tennessee, and going to leave with a big loss. Shotgun formation, halfback to both sides for Williams. Turns, gives it to his right halfback. Number 3, right up the middle. Crosses the 40 out to the 45-yard line, but will be close to the first down. A little confrontation going on between 79 for JCM, Henning, and one of the Bulldogs, and the referees separate them. So it'll be 2nd down and 1. They put him down at the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Good run there by number 3, LaCavian Cole, right up the middle, made 9 yards.
Yeah, I think that little scuffle there was 79, who has to come out, and his helmet came off. Him and Jacoby Wilkes got into it a little bit after. Nothing too bad, 79 for JCM to kind of defend his guy.
Just telling each other how good they looked tonight. That's what that was.
Hey, look, it's homecoming. He had a homecoming day.
Shotgun, halfback to both shoulders. They give it to number 22 on a counter play. He's got running room across the 45, keeps those feet moving, but able to spun down there. Good tackle there by Carson Kelly from his linebacker position. Number 22, the running back, Tayshawn Curry. We've called his name a lot. He'll make the first down out to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, JCM at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, we got clock ticks with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0. JCM's going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line, going left to right, headed toward the John Wade Tucker Fieldhouse.
Shotgun formation, halfbacks to both shoulders of Williams, the quarterback. Twin receivers left, single wide out right, waits for the snap. Takes it, Turns and gives it to the running back in the backfield. He's hit, breaks the tackle, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple jerseys there to put him down in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Never could get going there. 71 from Milan comes up limping there, and he'll limp off at 71. Jacoby Wilkes.
I think we're having the cramps as well for Jacoby. He said they try to send Briar Smith in. He gives a double thumbs up to the sideline. Comer says, "No, you're going to come over here and take a break." Briar Smith going to hustle on in there. Jacoby Wilkes, he said, starting to get a little crampy out here now.
So JCM, after the loss, second down, call it 2nd and 14, back at their own 44-yard line. Halfbacks to both shoulders of quarterback Williams. Twin receivers left, single wide out right. Quarterback back to throw, looking, stepping up, looking, going to curl route at the 45-yard line of Milan, but well overthrown, intended for number 5, Jatavius White, but it was well overthrown there. And the quarterback, Williams, has had that problem tonight. A lot of players have been open for JCM, but he's overthrown. I'm not sure if he's hurling it or rushing it or releasing it high, but he's overthrown several receivers here tonight. So third down 14 for JCM at their own 44-yard line.
58 seconds to go as the clock stops in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Shotgun formation for Williams. Halfbacks to both shoulders. Twin receivers left, the wide side. Single wide out to the right. Williams back to throw. Rush coming. Steps up to the middle of the field. Did he catch it? He went to the ground to get it. Now, any signal from the official? Yeah, they said he caught it. Number 11 dove at the ground. The ball was underthrown, and number 11, McKay Hill, catches it at the Milan 43-yard line. But I think it's going to be 4th down and short.
4th and 1. Well, he caught it at the 40, rolled to the 42, and this referee that was 15 yards away comes in and moves it up to the 43-yard line. Either way, 4th down, 1 to go for JCM at the Bulldogs 43-yard line. Got 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Play clock is at 15. Still a little confusion here with JCM. They're running a couple people on, a couple people off. So 4th down and 1 as the PA announcer, John Goodson, tries to get the Bulldogs crowd into it here on 4th and 1.
Williams under center. One running back deep behind him. Turns, gives it to the running back in the backfield. He'll have his first down inside the 40, then Milan will drive him back. Just one back deep in the backfield behind Williams under center. He'll have his first down. This third quarter brought to you by Clooney's Auto Repair. That will end the third quarter. JCM has the first down inside the Milan 40-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter. Milan winning 21-0. Back in a moment on the Victory 93-7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Victory 93.7 WTKB Atwood Milan.
Time to start the fourth quarter at Johnny Hill Stadium. Milan up 21-0. You know, tonight's game would not happen without the officials. We are incredibly grateful for the hard work and commitment that these officiating crews do. As we said, Mr. Floyd Flippin, a longtime official, the head official here tonight. If you're interested in stepping up, giving back to our student athletes, encourage you to register to become an official. It's very gratifying. All the information needed to register to become an official can be found on the TSSAA website under Contest Official. For more information, don't hesitate to reach out to the TSSAA. First and 10, JCM going right to left here and movement across the front.
Milan moved, but I'm not sure they crossed the neutral zone. So let's see. The JCM lineman kind of moved once the Milan guy did, Briar Smith, but I'm not totally convinced that he got a neutral zone, and neither are the officials, so it's going to be a S&S insurance penalty. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance.
It's homecoming. They were dancing. The Milan guy moved, the JCM guy moved, so they just do a little moves together.
Well, it cost the JCM team 5 yards. So first down, 15 to go for JCM at the Bulldogs 44-yard line. Now going right to left. 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0.
JCM the line of scrimmage. Williams in shotgun. Number 3, the running back, Cole, to his left shoulder. twin receivers right, the short side of the field, and the wide receiver to the left, the wide side. Now the slot man will come in motion. They'll fake it to him. Flag on the play. Going to go in the middle of the field, and receiver turn to the outside shoulder. Receiver looked to the left. The ball was over his right shoulder and never saw it, and it's incomplete. Just Sonny Johnson in good coverage there. A big difference tonight compared to this time last year with the coverage of Milan's secondary. I got to call it like it is. Milan just got beat time and time again in the secondary last year with the passing game of JCM, but a great job of Milan. Flag, a legal shift against JCM is declined, so it'll be second down, 15 for JCM back at the Milan 44-yard line.
Yeah, you can tell there's been a big emphasis from the Milan secondary and from the coaches to how they're going to, game plan the receivers. This year they're playing, the corners are playing man-to-man, but you're having some safety help with Moses and Tavon Harrell as well. Ty Hollingsworth also doing a good job from his outside linebacker position.
So much of the time, Milan runs man coverage. They got a split safeties here now, so they get better coverage. There's a pass to number 11 inside the 40-yard line, and just as he caught it to turn the run, Ty Hollingsworth put him on the ground. Great job by Ty Hollingsworth. Great tackle there. Completion is down to the 39-yard line, 38 maybe, so a pickup of 6. It was 2nd and 15, so now it's 3rd down and 9 for JCM going right to left in Milan territory at the 38-yard line. 3 times tonight, Milan has stopped JCM on 4th down plays. 3rd down 9 for JCM at the Milan 38-yard line.
Yeah, Ty Hollingsworth, he was playing man-to-man coverage with number 11 there, the receiver, Mekhi Hill. Once he made the catch, Ty was right there on him. The sure tackle limited it to a gain of only 6.
Williams shotgun formation. Actually, Pistol got a man behind him, gives it to that running back number 3, and Manny Pittman tackles him from behind. Pittman was the backside defensive end. They give it to number 3 off a right tackle, Lacavian Cole, and Manny Pittman read it from the start, and he scrapes down the line of scrimmage and hits Cole in the backfield. It's back to the 39-yard line. It'll be 4th down 10. Another 4th down stop opportunity for the Milan Bulldog defense.
Yeah, we've got 10:40 to go as the clock ticks here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0. JCM 4th down and 10 going right to left from the Bulldogs 39-yard line. Y'all can hear John Goodson, the PA announcer, trying to get that Milan crowd excited once again.
Williams shotgun formation, halfback to his right side. Now the halfback's going to go in a pass route. Man, pass to the middle of the field. Boom! He's hit at the 25-yard line. It is complete to number 11. They're going to throw the flag. I do not think that was targeting because he hit him with his arms. He had his arms up like he's blocking and knocked him down. The completion to number 11 as he came across the middle of the field. Mikael Hill, the freshman wide receiver, he'll have the first down at the 25-yard line. I'm not sure what they're going to call there, but it was not headgear to headgear.
No, I mean, it was a big hit, no doubt, and he wasn't defenseless receiver, and he didn't get hit in the helmet. But the back judge, who was 20 yards away, and the 2 closest officials did not call anything. The guy from behind, maybe he just wanted to get involved in this game. I'm not sure. Good play there for JCM on 4th down and 10. They get the completed pass for 15 yards over the middle, and then add the personal foul half the distance to the goal. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for JCM inside that Bulldog 13-yard line.
When number 11 made the catch, Mikael Hill, he turned, and the defender from Milan hit him with his arms up like he was blocking.
Like
just kind of thumped him down, and it wasn't close to being a targeting, but the official wanted to get into play. So 1st and 10 inside that High Point Storage red zone. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. JCM going right to left here in this 4th quarter. Williams under center. Turns, gives it to that running back in the backfield. He'll come this way, down around the left side, spin out of a tackle, and he spun down inside the 10-yard line. He tried to take it at the middle, but he just nothing there, and he kept bouncing down the line of scrimmage, was able to get around the 10. The line of scrimmage was the 13, and that put it about the 9-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down for JCM, 2nd down at the 9. They can get a first down at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, good job by number 6, Dre Hawkins, at cornerback position for the Bulldogs. Come in, make the tackle there. He saved a touchdown. 2nd down, 6 to go for JCM at the 9-yard line. 9:11 to go here. Left in the ball game. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Williams under center, running back number 3. Behind him, Lacavian Cole. Single wide out to the right side. A turn, give it to the running back over right guard. Look at that hole. He was wide open. He gets near the goal line, and I think got in. Let's see, no official signal yet.
Put him down at the 1.
Put him down at the 1. You know, it's a pride factor here. The Milan #1 defense has not been scored on in several weeks.
Yeah, they continue to streak where they haven't given up haven't given up a touchdown on defense since the very first game of the year in the first half. But like you said, pride here. Bulldogs defense has been stout all night and all season. They want to keep the 0 on the scoreboard if they can for JCM, but it is going to be first and goal for JCM at the 1-yard line. Clock ticks with under 8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Gibson County, give them credit. They scored last week. Milan was up 46-0 in the second half, but that was against some reserves for Milan to get some valuable playing time. So first and goal about the 2-yard line. Under center is Williams again. Turns, gives it to the running back. He's hit in the backfield, but he'll get into the end zone. Tavion Harrell, number 9, sniffed the play out, but number 3 was able to get in the end zone. That's the Lacavian Cole. He takes it 2 yards for the JCM touchdown. 8:06 to go in the ball game. Now it's Milan 21, JCM 6 with the extra point coming.
Yeah, number 3, Cole for them. He's coming in. When he's come in, he's kind of giving them a little bit of a change-up. He's more of a bigger back, maybe more physical than Curry has been for them. Not as fast, but a lot more physical. He was able to muscle that in for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt coming. Kick is in the air. Hits the net. It's good. Milan 21, JCM 7. 8:06 to go here in this fourth quarter. That extra point brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body. Our fourth quarter brought to you by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. You know what I'm going to tell you? That makes me think about what I'm going to have to eat on the way home tonight. So we'll take a break here on the Victory 93.7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
West Van Hook and Milan. So come join us. I look forward to seeing you there.
8:06 to go in this ball game. JCM finally dots the scoreboard with a 2-yard touchdown run from Lacavian Cole. The extra point was good, and it's 21-7 Milan. Let's see, 4, 7, 9, 10-play drive, and they ended with a 2-yard touchdown run. They're kicking from the near hash. Milan expecting an onside kick. They've got 10 men within 15 yards of the kicker. And he kicks it deep. Sonny Johnson going to run over and take it at the 20. He'll coming to the near side, coming this far, coming this way, comes around a would-be tackler and gets it out of bounds. He ran a long way just to get 5 yards. He did outrun the first tackler, got it at the 20 on the far hash, came across the field behind the 20, gets out to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 Milan at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, 2 key things that happened right there. Bulldogs were able to field the kick and secure it to the 25, and no penalties there that would have pushed it back any further. So the Bulldogs are going to start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, going left to right. 7:58 to go here in the ball game. Bulldogs up 21-7. Looks like we're going to have Pete back in there at tailback, Summers at quarterback. Nice long drive would be good here for the Bulldogs, hopefully ending in some points.
Jaden Cole wide right, Sonny Johnson wide left, the wide side of the field. Got a wing back to the left side. Give it to Jaden Pete right up the middle. Spins out of a tackle, have the 30-yard line, maybe 5 yards on the carry. He just makes something out of nothing. You get that head lowered and gets those feet going out to about the 35-yard line, unless the official backs it up, which they do a lot of times, but it's a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5.
I think Coach Comer will be perfectly fine just running the ball here, getting 5 yards every carry. Clock continues to run here. 7:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs plenty of time on the play clock. Let's see what Coach Comer decides to do, if he wants to shorten the game here, if he just wants to keep applying the pressure.
Zach Summers shotgun, Jaden Pete to his right shoulder. Yep, gives it to Jaden Pete. He stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Big number 50. What a tackle. Brylan Mitchell, a senior defensive tackle, just stood Jaden Pete. That's not easy to do. Right at the line of scrimmage. Play may have lost a half a yard. It'll be 3rd down 6 for Milan.
Yeah, number 50, Brylan Mitchell, he met Pete right at that line of scrimmage, man, oh, man. And he took him down. Not a lot of people can do that to Jaden Pete.
He showed great technique.
Great job.
He just stepped in the hole, stepped in the gap, and met him, stood him straight up. Milan twin receivers right, the short side of the field. Zach Summers in the shotgun. Turns, gives it to Jaden Pete across the 30, out to 35, out across the 40, down to 45, to 50, down the near sideline, and finally able to be tackled there as he gets into JCM territory. Cramp. What a run by Jaden Pete. He comes up cramping, lost the shoe or whatever, but he jumps right up, gets back in the huddle. They'll run the clock with 6:37, and Jaden Pete took it over right guard, bounced it to the near sideline. He didn't want to come out, but they're going to take him out. Carson Kelly's going to come in for it. What a run by Jaden Pete.
Good run there, Jaden Pete. He just made something out of nothing, kicked it outside, broke through a couple tackles, took it inside the 45-yard line of JCM, got tackled, was on the ground, sitting down, pointing for a first down. All of a sudden, starts cramping up. Then he gets up and says, "No, I'm fine." Coach said, "No, Carson's going to come in for you. Pete's going to come to the sideline, get a break with a good S&S Insurance first down there. Bulldogs going left to right, 1st and 10 at the JCM 43.
Shotgun for Summers. Turns, gives it to Carson Kelly. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. And JCM knows Milan's going to run the ball. 63, the big tackle, Jaden Knight, a junior, able to hit Carson Kelly right in the hole there. Play failed a game, may have lost the yard. 2nd down 11 as the Milan get back to the hole. I thought Jaden Pete was coming back in, but that's not Pete, sorry.
Yeah, it looks like Sonny Johnson and Jaden Cole coming back in. Summers now going to kind of come over to the sideline, talk to Comer. Maybe that's the out of design, maybe to run a little bit more clock there. Bulldogs are in control here. 5:25 to go here in the game. Bulldogs up 21-7. 2nd and 10 from the JCM 43-yard line.
Summers has been a good field general this year for Milan, his first year at Milan. Handoff there to Carson Kelly inside the 40, spinning inside the 40 to about the 36, 37-yard line. And we 3rd down for Milan, could be in 4-down territory, down to about the 37, they put it down, 37-yard line. Milan in JCM territory. We got a JCM player number 2 down. That's Jordan Williams. Remember, this 4th quarter brought to you by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. After the game tonight, tomorrow, when you're watching college football, anytime, always a great time to go by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. You know, my regular's always the double cheeseburger, no onions, and some chicken nuggets. But tell me I can't eat the fries, so I'll eat the nuggets. I don't guess that's a good swap.
I mean, I'm no doctor, but, man, that sounds right. Sounds right to me.
Yeah, you like it, don't you? So the JCM player down on the field, they're going to help him up. We'll keep it right here, but the players have gone to their respective benches for a timeout, so we'll take a break here on the Victory 93.7.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here. 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Milan to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down 5 for Milan. JCM confused on defense, and they're going to get a timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So we'll take a break here. Milan leading 21-7, 4:47 to go in this one on the Victory 93.7.
Let your smile say it all at Elite Dental Care. Keep your nerves intact for the big game with Elite Dental Care's sedation dentistry options, ensuring comfort in your dental care. Leave with your smile shining brighter than the Friday night lights with same-day whitening treatments or veneers. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Following the Security Bank and Trust timeout, Bulldogs lead at 21-7 over the JCM Cougars. Be a big region game here tonight. Milan be undefeated in the region and undefeated on the year, 6-0 if they win this one tonight. And like I said, only 4:47 to go in this 4th quarter. Brought to you by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. Something good to eat after the game tonight. Go by and see them. Tell them you heard about them right here on Milan Bulldog Football on the Victory 93.7. Zach Summers, shotgun formation. Jaden Pete to his left shoulder. Twin receivers to the right. They give it to Jaden Pete. He'll cut inside the tackle, inside the 35, inside the 30. Look at that burst of speed down to the 25-yard line. Jaden Pete saw a crease, and he took it inside right tackle. That first down brought to you by SNS Insurance. You'd love to see that burst of speed. Earlier in the ball game, he made the long run, and he got down to the 20-yard line. We thought he was going to be tackled, and he just kicked it in another gear and outran the defenders. He has got some speed and power as well. First and 10 Milan down at the 25-yard line, approaching that High Point Storage red zone.
Clock ticks, 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs up 21-7. First and 10 from the JCM 25, going left to right.
Zach Summers, shotgun, twin receivers right. Gives it to Jaden Pete right up the middle. Right up the middle, stumbling. Look at that. Inside the 25, down to the 20, maybe the 19-yard line. Goes Jaden Pete right up the middle. Good blocking by that offensive front by the Mile. You see the purple players just pushing the white jerseys, and there'll be a pickup of at least 5, let's say 6 now, second down 4, just inside the 20-yard line, inside that High Point Storage red zone.
Yeah, Pete going to come out. I think he's got a cramp again. Kelly said, that's fine. I'll go on in. Second down 4 to go for the Bulldogs. Inside that High Point Storage red zone, second down 4.
Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage, twin receivers right. Line of scrimmage, the 19-yard line. Second down 4. Turns, gives it to Carson Kelly, over right guard. Tries to bounce it outside. He'll be driven back, shot of the 15-yard line. And you know that JCM knows Milan's going to run the ball, but they're still having success. This drive started on the Milan 25-yard line, and yet here they are inside that High Point Storage red zone. And JCM's going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. Milan leads at 21-7 here in the Victory 93-7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, fourth quarter action. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you. 3:12 to go in this one. Milan up 21-7. Fourth quarter brought to you by McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. After the game tonight, the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Robin Cood will have all the scores of all the games that you're interested in. Stay tuned. Stay right here on 93.7. We'll have the Premier Dental Star of the Game. Our postgame will be brought to you by Gene Langley Ford. And I got a fifth quarter moment you don't want to miss tonight about a very, very, very special person that you want to hear our fifth quarter moment tonight during our Gene Langley Ford postgame show. Here's Milan, the line of scrimmage. Third down 2. Turns, gives it to Summers kept it. He faked it to Carson Kelly and pulled it out, and I think he'll have his first down. Good read there by quarterback Zach Summers. Gave it to Carson Kelly, and he's hit in the backfield, and Summers had the presence of mind to pull it out and turn inside and get the first down inside the 15-yard line. First and 10 Milan at the JCM 14-yard line. That first down brought to you by SNS Insurance.
Yeah, on that play right there, it was just a read there by Zach Summers. He's either going to hand it off to Carson Kelly or keep it himself. Kind of a late decision there to keep it himself, but either way, he kept it, fought forward, got a good first down. First and 10 Bulldogs at the JCM inside their 15-yard line.
Zach Summers shotgun, Carson Kelly, the halfback to the left shoulder. Got Mason Allen pulling out in front of him. There's Carson Kelly inside the 10-yard line and rumbles inside the 10-yard line, staying in that High Point Storage red zone. Clock runs with 2:25 to go in this ball game, and Milan knocking on the door again.
Yeah, good call there, Sam, with Mason Allen. Yeah, from his center position, he was the lead blocker. He pulled there and led the way for Carson Kelly. Good gain of 5 or maybe 6. Second down, 4 to go at the 8-yard line. Clock ticks with 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Bulldogs up 21-7.
You know, moments ago when Milan started at their 25, you said Coach Comer would love to just have a time-consuming drive, and that's exactly what they heard you. They heard you.
Yeah. I hope they don't hear me too often. They would do a lot better without listening to me.
Summer shotgun. Carson Kelly takes the handoff right over the middle, down near the 5-yard line. And goes Carson Kelly. What a hole. Good night, what a hole. He was a right handoff, took it between center and left guard, and there was a gaping hole there, and Carson Kelly will put it down near the 5-yard line. And it will be a 3rd down and 1 for Milan. One more first down, and that'll do it for Milan. This timeout, JCM taking a timeout, brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So with Milan up 21-7, 1:32 to go in this one, and Milan knocking on the door again, we'll take a break on the Victory, 93-7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
Well, you can almost put this one in the books. We got 1:32 to go in this one. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here on the Victory 93-7. Bulldogs lead at 21-7. Bulldogs have it 3rd down and 1 at the 5-yard line inside that High Point Storage red zone. For all your storage needs, it's High Point Storage, formerly Summit Storage, out there by Summit Management. For all your storage needs, it's the High Point Storage red zone. 3rd down, 1 for Milan at the 5-yard line. Carson Kelly, the running back, they give it to him, sprinting around this side, inside the 5, and they'll spin him down there, but I think he'll have the first down. He was the left half, came around the right side, gets inside, squared him shoulders up, got inside the 5-yard line, and that'll be the first down. A first down brought to you by S&S Insurance. Now the question is, will Milan take a knee, or will they go for the touchdown?
Yeah, clock continues to tick here with 1:15 to go left in the ball game. Bulldogs are up 21-7. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. We do have a injured player down for JCM in the end zone. Looks like he's experiencing cramps as well. So the clock is going to stop at 1:07 as they take a look at that player for JCM.
So both teams, are going to go to their respective sides with the player being checked on in the end zone. Looks like cramps. So we'll take one more break. Milan up 21-7, 1:07 to go in this one on the Victory 93-7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Court Clerk, Cindy Flowers, Treasurer.
Bulldogs lead 21-7 here with a minute to go here in the ball game. Bulldogs 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Brother Sam's going to start to make his way down to the field. Talk to Coach Comer and our premier dental star of the game after this game. Hand off to Carson Kelly. He'll get down to the 2-yard line. We've got 43 seconds to go here in the ball game. Let's see if the Bulldogs are going to run another play or if they're just going to run this out. Looks like they'll have to run at least one more play here. Summers coming over to the sideline. Talk to Coach Comer. Big win tonight here for the Bulldogs. They're going to move on to 6-0 on the season. They're going to move to 3-0 in the region. Big win over JCM. Coach Comer has decided they're going to let this play. Just going to let this clock wind down. As the clock ticks down with 15 seconds to go here. Great job by the Bulldogs tonight. Good overall team win. They dominated this game to win 21-7. Bulldog crowd starting to stand up and show their appreciation to the Bulldogs here. And that's going to be your final score tonight from Johnny Hale Stadium, where your Bulldogs are going to win 21-7 over JCM. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have Brother Sam McElroy on the field with Coach Comer to get some comments from him. And we'll be back on the Victory 93-7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Got some finals we'll give you here tonight. Again, Milan improves to 6-0, 3-0 in the region, 21-7 over JCM. South Gibson with a big region win at home tonight over Dyer County, 35-0. Peabody has defeated Union City, 28-7. Huntington over Gibson County, 44-6. Greenfield shuts out West Carroll tonight, 30-0. It was JCS over Tipton Rosemark, 42-13. TCA over FACS 48-0. Covington has beaten Ripley tonight 58-0. Perry County over Gleason 42-0. Some scores of interest here real quickly. Seth, Dresden now leads Humboldt 64-24 in the fourth quarter. A couple of good ones here. Crockett over Northside 21-20. Lexington leads Southside 28-20. These games are still going, and probably the game of the night up in Martin right now. Westview, at the start of the fourth quarter, has just taken a 30-27 lead over Lausanne. That one has been back and forth all night long. Let's go back to Johnny Hill Stadium. Scott Massey and, of course, Sam McElroy will have Coach Wade Comer.
Yeah, we actually had to run one more play here. The officials called everybody off the field and had to run one more play. Carson Kelly took it around the right end, got stopped. So right now the players and the coaches are shaking hands at halftime, at midfield. So we'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll have Sam with Coach Comer and the Premier Dental star of the game.
Hi, my name.
Again, let's go over some of the finals that we've got for you tonight as we wait for Sam. Milan beats JCM 21-7. It was South Gibson over Dyer County 35-0. Peabody beats Union City. Again, Milan will go to Union City next week 28-7. Huntington over Gibson County 44-6. Greenfield shuts out West Carroll 30-0. JCS over Tipton Rosemark 42-13. TCA over FACS 48-0. Covington beats Ripley 58-0. Perry County over Gleason 42-0. Dresden leads Humboldt fourth quarter 64-24. McKenzie leading over Chester County 41-7. Crockett County has a 28-20 lead over Northside. They have just scored. Lexington also 28-20 over Southside. USJ leads Harding Academy 51-8. Westview leads Lausanne in the fourth quarter 30-27. Dyersburg over O'Brien 30-12. Haywood leads Fayette Ware 46-16. Also tonight, a couple of other scores. Henry County trying to get a win. They lead Brentwood 22-16, and Lake County has come back to lead Fulton County 33-26, and Hardin County leads Memphis ECS 34-21. So those are some of the scores, Scott.
Well, thank you there, Robin. Yeah, Bulldogs are victorious here tonight at Johnny Hill Stadium, defeating JCM 21-7 on homecoming. Looks like we've got Sam down there with Coach Comer, and then they're also trying to get our Premier Dental star of the game. So Sam, whenever he can get Coach Comer and everybody ready. Sam, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
All right, thanks, Scott. Jade Pete is our player of the game, Cougar Dental player of the game. And so he's talking to some of the JCM players and been a great sport. He's going to come here and talk to us, and he's going to, well, there he goes. Anyway, I get Coach Comer. Coach, first of all, I got to congratulate you, not so much on the win, but your preparation. Secondary was so good tonight. I know last year they threw the ball so well, but your secondary played really well tonight.
Well, they did, and we we sort of expect them to try to throw the ball and challenge the guys, and they did a good job of responding and everything, and and they had a little bad taste in their mouth, from the last time we played them, and they came out and executed well.
When you think about your preparation, I'm sure you talked about it, that they remembered last year when JCM beat you on this field and you had to go to overtime to beat them in the playoffs. So I'm sure that helped in your preparation.
Yeah, it did, and the kids was dialed in and locked in, and we focused on ourselves a lot too, and I feel like we got better, especially on the offensive side of the ball. We threw the ball better tonight and blocked a lot better. So we just got to keep improving.
Jaden Pete was our premier dental player of the game. Had over 100 yards rushing, over 150 yards total offensive yards, had the 50-yard touchdown pass, so he played a great game tonight.
Yeah, he definitely did, and all we got to do is just give him a little room, and he'll make the rest of it happen, and we're getting there, and Jaden is, he's a special kid, and he gets everybody going and practice and everything, and keeps encouraging people and becoming a great leader. And it's working out for him.
You go to 6-0 in the year, Peabody and Union City playing tonight, and it was a 14-7 a game, a tough ball game. So Union City's going to be ready next week up there at War Memorial Stadium.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be ready to play, and, we got to get ready and get refocused and get ready to play the next week. That's for sure. That's the way this region is. There's no cakewalk.
Well, you don't have many road games, but that's one of them next week.
That's right. I'm sure, we're looking forward to getting up there, and they are too. And, I thought playing in this league, it's one of the toughest leagues in 2A, and it's fun every week.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach Wade Comer, victorious 21-7 tonight over the JCM Cougars. We'll take a break, come back with final stats on our fifth quarter moment on the Victory 93-7.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan Bulldogs win it over the JCM Cougars, 21-7. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here as our Gene Langley Ford post-game show. Again, we announced our Premier Dental star of the game was Jaden Pete, over 150 yards total offense tonight, so he was our Premier Dental. He had agreed to come do the interview, but he got so caught up with celebrating with his teammates he forgot to come over there, but we understand that. And great interview with Coach Comer. I'll talk about that in a minute. Scott Massey's got final stats for tonight.
Yeah, so final stats tonight for JCM passing, they were 6 of 17 for 42 yards. And then as a team, they rushed the ball 30 times for 99 yards. That's a total of 141 yards for JCM. For the Bulldogs tonight, Zach Summers was 6 of 8 for 111 yards and a touchdown. And rushing the ball, we had Carson Kelly had 16 carries for 45 yards. We had Jaden Pete had 13 carries for 139 yards. Summers 3 carries for -1. Terrence Moses 2 carries, 41 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Pete did have 1 rushing touchdown. Receiving, we had Manny Pittman had 1 reception for 11 yards. We had Jay Donaldson had 1 reception for 6 yards. Terrence Moses had 1 reception for 14 yards, and Jaden Pete had 1 reception, 50 yards, and a touchdown as well. Excuse me, Jay Donaldson had 2 receptions tonight for 10 yards, and then Sonny Johnson 1 reception for 26 yards. So total yards for the Bulldogs tonight, they had 335 yards total offense. Good job. They ran a lot of plays in the second half. The Bulldogs in the second half alone ran 26 plays as opposed to 14 in the first half. So good job of ball control there for the Bulldogs. I'm sure if we had time of possession, they would have dominated that in the second half as well.
Again, I mentioned it to Coach Comer in our post-game interview, the preparation for his team defensively. The first-team defense, first time they've been scored on in several weeks. They give up a late touchdown to JCM. But the secondary, what did you say, 40-something yards passing for JCM? I mean, JCM just threw it all over the field here last year.
Yeah,
defense did such a better job.
JCM was only 6 of 17 for 42 yards passing the ball tonight. Completely different job. Great adjustments that the Bulldogs made. Great job by that secondary tonight. And that defensive line as well.
Our postgame show continues with the Gene Langley Ford postgame. A scoring recap, 6:53 to go in the first quarter. 2 plays, 61-yard touchdown run from Jaden Pete. The kick was good. Milan led 7-0. Bang, bang, just like that. Second quarter, 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. A 50-yard touchdown pass, a seam route to Jaden Pete right down the middle of the field, and a great run after the catch. 14-0 Milan with the kick was good from Aiden Pennington. That was the halftime score, 14-0. In the third quarter, with 3:04 to go, 32-yard touchdown run. Terrence Moses was a halfback on a sweep around the right side. The kick was good. Milan up 21-0 convincingly. And then in the fourth quarter, with 8:06 to go, a 2-yard touchdown run by LaCavian Cole for JCM. The kick was good. That's where we finished, 21-7. That's a scoring recap here on the Gene Langley Ford postgame show. And again, remember, in a moment, we start off. Robin will have the Violent Prevention Coalition scoreboard show. All the scores from around West Tennessee. Anxious to hear that Peabody Union City score because Milan goes to Union City. Been a long time since we were up there. I remember in 1998, I think it was. Yeah, 1998, we went up there, and on Thanksgiving Friday night, defeated them 10-0, and went on and won the state championship the next weekend there in Nashville. It was a big win for Milan, 10-0 over Union City. Great community, great school, great program there, and they had it out with Peabody tonight. Robin will have that score and many more. Hey, our fifth quarter moment brought to you by Internally Sound. I saw my buddy Phil Jenkins, he and his brother Mark run the company Internally Sound. The wireless mic that I use on my post-game interviews with Coach Comer's provided by Internally Sound. They can do all your sound system. They can install the sound system in your church or business or arena. They can provide you with sound system equipment, lighting, video boards, and much more. There are people all over the country. They do concerts as many as 10 and 15,000 people in, and they do the sound for them. Union University, when they have their big night, it's Internally Sound that does the sound for them, and so many more around the country. They're the best. You can call them at 686-0262. That's the guys at Internally Sound for all your sound system, lighting, and video board needs. Our fifth quarter moment this week, a dear, dear friend of mine, Lieutenant Colonel Henry Sonny Tucker, passed to his heavenly home. Sonny was a giant of a man in more ways than one. At 6'8", he was an All-American at Southern Miss back in the late 50s. Then he faithfully served his country If you remember the Battle of November 8, 1965 of Vietnam, Lieutenant Colonel Tucker led his infantry company to that victory on Hill 65. You remember the country song by Big and Rich. They wrote about that battle. You need to look it up and watch the video. He was the commander under General Colin Powell and General McAfee that he led under there in Vietnam. He won the Silver Star, 3 Bronze Stars, and also the Legion of Merit and many others. And after, though, he fulfilled his commitment to his country, after being an All-American and at Southern Miss in football, his commitment to the military as lieutenant colonel, Sonny Tucker came to Memphis, went to seminary, became an associate pastor, serving in local churches like Kirbywood Baptist and Bellevue Baptist. He led men on the football field. He led men on the battlefield. He led men to Jesus in his life. He loved the verse Luke 9:23. Jesus says, if you will follow me, you must deny yourself and take up your cross and follow him. So today, in reflection, as we celebrate this week the life of Lieutenant Colonel Sonny Tucker, we're talking about all the great things and how he served in many ways. When that time comes for you, what will they say about you? What will they be saying about you as they celebrate your life? Think about it. The life that you're living now, Colonel Tucker was a great life. He served many, many ways, and yet he's enjoying his greatest reward now with his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. A great man, Lieutenant Colonel Henry Sonny Tucker. That's our fifth quarter moment for the night, brought to you by Internally Sound. Well, that'll wrap it up for us here tonight. Milan wins it 21-7 over the JCM Cougars. Next week we go to Union City, War Memorial Stadium there at Union City. Looking forward to being there. Our first really distant road trip with Gibson County last week. That's kind of a short trip, so this is our first distance road trip this year, Scott.
Yeah, and we just found out that Peabody did defeat Union City tonight 28-7, so they'll be hungry for a much-needed region win for Union City next week, so the Bulldogs are going to have to come ready to play as they are every region game. But good job tonight by the Bulldogs to take this one to JCM 21-7. They really dominated at all phases of the game tonight, so really proud of them. I know Coach Comer will be excited about that, but also time to get to work tomorrow and stuff and get ready for Union City next week.
Our post-game show brought to you by Gene Langley Ford, our star, our Premier Dental star of the game, Jaden Pete, on the big night that he had. Again, coming up, the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Stay tuned right here on the Victory 93.7. For Robin Coog back at the station, Scott Massey, I'm Sam McElroy. The Milan Bulldogs win it 21-7 over the JCM Cougars.
This is Mandy Pierce. For the past 9 years, I've had the privilege of serving you as your Deputy Circuit Court Clerk right here in Gibson County. Every day, I've worked alongside our judges, our attorneys,